basically, because again, it's not as relevant for you, because you're going to be playing more of a supportive champion. For the most part, I think it's rare that you're going to have a game where you're going to farm up a Singed mid. I mean, sometimes, I guess, some matchups you could. But for the most part, you're going to be like giving up CS to move. But the number one
Yes.
thing is like, everyone runs to a lane and you have a jungler. And the question is why? You know why? What's the farm? It's to get strong, right? Champion strength.
hmm
Why is the AD carry going bot? Do you know why there's an AD carry bot and a support next to your AD carry?
Um, I'm fairly certain that tower plates are don't have the shield in the bot lane. I don't know if that's still a thing.
That's a
So,
byproduct of getting them to go bot. That's
and
true.
then there's the dragon on the bot side, which spawns at 5 minutes.
And that's another part of it. But before that, why does the AD carry have the support? Why isn't the
Why does the
support
AD
playing
carry have
mid?
the support?
Yeah, why isn't
Because
support playing mid? Because technically mid would be a better lane for the support because he can
well,
go everywhere.
but then he wouldn't get the. You would just deny the mid laner the golden experience.
Well, that's exactly where half of what you said is true. He wouldn't deny any gold, but he'd deny experience, and mid lane champions need experience, whereas AD
Mm-hmm.
carries don't need experience as much. Now, experience is
Uh-huh.
great for everyone. Do you know how much a level is, roughly?
Like 500 gold. More for
Early
Singed,
game.
actually.
Early game, yes. So it's
Yeah.
500 to actually up to like 700 gold. So the
Mm-hmm.
average are actually closer to 600. But yes, Singe gets a lot per level. That's true. So usually I like to use the average of 600 per level because it's nice and simple. It's actually not technically 600. On average, is 630 per champion. Counting every single level in the game because, like I said, the higher level you are, the more gold you get per level for most champions. So I just wanted to clarify there. You see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to have you think about the
Mm-hmm.
game and kind of
Yep.
the fundamentals to try and kind of work on like why we're doing what in the game. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So we're getting strong. Very good. That's why we farm. Now, what's the next step in winning in league?
The next step after after farming,
Yeah, you got strong. What's the next step?
pressure, vision, like controlling areas of the map, getting a gold lead on the enemy, and then preferably like
Yeah,
pushing in a lane, getting an inhibitor,
perfect.
taking objectives.
Yeah, I define it as space, but what you mentioned also holds up, right? It's
Yeah.
pushing people in. It's contesting their resources, right? So it's either taking the
Mm-hmm.
neutral resources or their camps. If you take a minion wave very deep, if you push it
Mm-hmm.
in, it's easier for you to rotate and take their camps because you have more time before the next wave arrives. Make sense?
Yeah.
So space is how I define that. So CS for me is champion strength, and champion strength translates into how much space you can take. The stronger you are, the deeper you can go. Nice and simple, right?
Yep.
This is the big one for you. You're going to be the guy that takes the space, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've been playing a strategy like Singed. Ganking someone in bot lane is technically saying you're taking too much space, right? So let's say these guys
Mm-hmm.
are pushing up too far, and you're like, well, you've taken too much space on my side of the map. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you. In the same way, it's like maybe you tower dive them. It's like, well, you that's my space. I'm going to kill you,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's a bit of a technicality, but I like going over it quickly. And lastly, how are we going to leverage this? Is the pixel bush. This is your best friend, okay? Why is the pixel bush
Mm-hmm.
our best friend?
Why, as Singed or in general?
In general. I mean, Singed is especially good in the pixel.
Because you can hover in the river and then it sort of forces the bot lane to play back, or if they aggress, you can just run them down.
Yeah,
Or you could go back to the wave. So it's
yeah,
kind of like the right spot to sit.
yeah. You just press S there, and you have decisions that you can make.
Mm-hmm.
You can either fully commit to going bot, you can move to
Yeah.
top, you can do whatever the hell
I,
you feel like.
yeah. I also
Um,
run water walking as well, so it's better in the river than say on the bush on the top side of red.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. That's basically it. Pixel for me is usually after 14, but like you mentioned, you're playing Singe, so you're probably going to be sitting in there more often than not.
I
Um,
live there, yeah.
yeah. Just double check. Anyone doing anything crazy, go to the pixel bush. Now, how much gold is a minion wave?
um
No cannon creep,
hey, no cannon, like 100.
correct? Cannon creep?
Cannon creeps like 60 to 80.
Yeah, roughly. I say 190 because usually weighing these waves comes in around mid
Mm-hmm.
game. It's not something that you do too often early game. Now for you, actually, you're gonna start weighing that in much earlier. So you're right. It is closer to 60 to 80 early game. It scales up to 90 to 100, I believe, late game. But for the most part, yeah, we say 190. I say 190 because it also takes time to get there. If that makes sense,
Yeah.
right? So it takes time to go to the wave, farm it, and then leave the wave, which means there's passive gold generation. So I say 190 gold. That's what I say. Make sense?
Yep.
Sweet. In other words, when there's three minion waves, we do use the average of 390 divided by 3, which is 130 gold per minion wave. So basically, the idea is you kind of estimate how
Hmm.
much, like how many waves you should be giving up for a play, depending on how much
Hmm.
gold you're likely to generate,
Yeah.
right? So for example, uh, something that a lot of people don't like doing, but I think is a pretty good play, is when I'm up 4 waves, right? So I'm up 4 waves and 2 plates, right? So I haven't killed my lane opponent, but using the math that we have 520 golden waves and worth of experience, and then we've got 375, yeah.
Hmm.
So roughly that's like a 9 to 1,000 gold lead, right? 900 to 1,000. What I like to do is I like to start giving up these waves back to my top laner, and I'd like to camp underneath the bot lane tower. So here,
Hmm.
or here.
Yeah.
And why is this relevant? Well, this is a strategy Singed likes to use because Singed generally scales better than most champions. So the idea is basically I'm going to exchange my farm for whoever I think has more use in the enemy team than me.
Hmm.
So, for example, if the enemy has like an Aphelios Lulu, or like whatever, right? Like a
Hmm.
classic 80 carry plus enchanter combo, we are going to exchange our advantage for their misery. Now, you could also technically not have an advantage and do this. There's nothing stopping you from doing that in League of Legends, and this is where mid Singe, for example, starts becoming a thing, right?
Hmm.
There's nothing stopping you from walking bot lane and stopping the farm mid and just harassing the guy like crazy.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of people think that's not the case, but it's very much the case. You don't have to do anything. Nothing's forcing you to go mid. It just eventually the game's going to get harder. Make sense?
Yeah, I mean, you'll take a look at my gameplay. Hopefully, I embody that a little bit. I love
I'm
ganking bot.
I'm sure you do. I just want to go over it, right? So I want to go
Yeah.
over why what you're doing works,
Hmm.
and when it doesn't work, like what are the conditions for it not to work. Make
Okay.
sense?
Makes sense.
So you're just waddling up here, right?
Hmm.
And you deny them minus 130 per wave, and you're losing minus 130 per wave.
Hmm.
That's not bad, right? What's bad
Yeah.
is if they're catching the wave and you're not killing them,
Hmm.
or zoning them, or taking plates or anything like that, because you're
Hmm.
going to be losing that mid lane. Make sense?
Yep.
Like I mentioned, and this is why it's really important, and I talk about this with supports more so than normally mid laners or whatever. But it is important to notice that how scaling works in League of Legends. What is scaling? Can you give me
Gold,
a general idea? What's your
like
general
gold
idea?
efficiency, gold and experience efficiency.
Okay,
So
yeah,
like if they're, relatively equal in terms of gold and experience, one performs better than the other.
yeah, I agree with you. I write it out like this:
Yeah.
1 gold is not equal to 1 gold. What does that mean? Well, 1 gold on me is worth more than 1 gold on someone else, maybe, right?
Hmm.
That is how I can like how I write it down. That's just how I consider to define scaling. Basically, if I'm playing a champion that scales well, my 1 gold is going to be worth maybe 2 gold, maybe 1.5 gold, right? Right?
Yep.
Because of the way the game works. Like, how does the game work? Lee Sin has 40% attack speed on his passive. It doesn't scale with levels. It's just 40%, right?
Hmm.
So level 1, when he has a longsword, Lee Sin's probably going to beat someone that has less than 40% attack speed, right?
Hmm.
Now, obviously, there's other factors such as spell damage, how beefy they are, how many defensive stats they have, etc. But for the most part, 40% attack speed is quite high. So he's going to be a great duelist early game because not many champions can match 40% attack speed in the early game. However, because it has no scaling properties, it's going to fall off compared to champions like Gwen, right? So the easiest example I can give you, because this used to be a match up top, that goes from 20% attack speed to 80. So suddenly,
Hmm.
when she reaches that 80% attack speed mark, all the AP she has is going to be multiplied, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be multiplied, but the damage she deals is going to be multiplied because you can get way more auto attacks in per second than a champion like Lee would. Um, Now, obviously, in the past, Gwen had 40 to 80, which is why she was strong as hell. You remember? I don't know if you remember playing against Gwen top with this
No, I
was
didn't
thing.
play a whole lot of top.
Okay, well, everyone that played top was miserable. Gwen was so
Hmm.
strong, level 1 with this, that she could beat Darius when he had his passive
Oh,
fully stacked.
I think I saw that on Reddit. Yeah.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
disturbing. It made me go like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nasty as hell, honestly. But that's the idea,
I gotcha.
right? That's the idea of scaling. That's what I like to do. Now, let's get into the gameplay. I just went over this rather quickly to help you kind of understand what's going on.
Okay.
This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using the pixel bush in order to, obviously early game you do it a lot, but I want to keep that habit for mid game.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're strong at fighting, you're going to go through the pixel. Whenever you're weak, you're going to avoid it. You're going to go farm, right? Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So you had a few VODs for me, so
I have a YouTube link for you.
sweet. I like that.
It's just the one though. I recorded two, but I accidentally recorded my
Don't worry
Spotify
about
instead of the League game. So
Love that. Nice. Perfect. All right. Here we go.
this game I performed, I would say, quite poorly. It was a disaster on my end. But
That's okay.
yeah, you can learn more from those games, I guess.
Definitely. I mean, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I can tell a lot of good and bad habits just from watching you play the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you do a little cheese. Why not?
I do it every game, basically.
Yeah, I don't mind. A lot of people commit with boots to it, so obviously I'm sure you know that. So
Yeah, I really don't like the boots because they nerf Predator, and it just feels so bad. I prefer ghosting at them, ghosting and flashing just to get the kill.
yeah, sure, why not? So you grab the experience level 1. So you don't think you can like just walk up to Talon and push him in level 1?
Um,
Like right now,
I
if
kind of,
you
I don't know. I was
ball
kind
into
of
the wave right
thinking.
now and start popping Q, don't you think you just like blow up the wave in his face?
I guess I could have. Yeah, I was in
You
my
can do
head. I
that.
was thinking I could just sit in fog. They wouldn't know if I would go bot or not.
Yeah,
But
no, I mean I don't mind. I'm just like
hmm
for me like when it comes to laning phase, I'm just gonna ask you questions about like whether you think that you can actually
hmm
lane 1 versus 1 against your opponent.
hmm
Because I think that if you can manage to get that predator base in, then I think you're going to
hmm
be much better at running bot.
hmm
So if you can find a way to not die farming the first 3 waves, right, which is pretty hard to do when you play these greedy runes, right?
yeah,
That's a big deal because that's your boots right there. Now I'm not saying that you can against Talon. I do think he'll chunk you, especially when he hits level 2. He'll
hmm
absolutely destroy your health bar.
yeah.
But if you do
Um,
manage to get the waves, look, wave 2 in and let waves 3, 4, 5 bounce, and then you catch that whole wave, and then you play, right?
I hear what you're saying. What do you think about like when I play these matchups? I
Mm-hmm.
just have like PTSD of pushing wave two in, and then they hold a freeze there, and then the jungler comes, and I'm just screwed. I don't
All
get
right.
golden experience after that.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't. Like, what I usually would do is just I would just fight.
Hmm. Okay.
So I just all in the guy, and like I would never let him do that, right? So right now, the technique you do in a lot of Singed matchups is actually exactly what you mentioned: is you push wave 2, and then you just fucking send it, and then if the guy wants to fight you, you fling him into your creeps, and you just fight him.
Yeah.
Singed is strong enough to win those fights. So like right now, you probably have a good chance of beating him level 1, like level 2 to 2. I think you actually have a chance of beating him if you're willing to invest summoner spells to do that. Now, if you're not willing to do that, then I do think you should play this way. And again, I'm not an expert at playing Singed mid. I don't know. I don't know how to weigh these things too well. Um,
Hmm.
I'm just using my own Singed experience to tell you like what you would do top line in these
Hmm.
matchups. Is you would just burn your summoner spell at level 1 and 2 and just tell them like, look, get the fuck off my wave. Like I'm
Hmm.
stronger than you. Like I don't allow this. So here, I'm gonna hover here for the blue buff just to make sure that they didn't steal it. Right. Just a generally good habit. I like what you did. Again, a small thing now. Unfortunately, Mumu. DC dusting blue. I'm a bit confused what exactly happened here.
He disconnected. His internet
Oh,
went out.
Oh yeah, so he lost blue. That's a fucking blower. We end up using ghost, and I just want to clarify this. And yesterday I did a coaching session, and a lot of this came down to it. So when I'm watching like good players that have stronger decision making, is I like to break down what you can do in this situation in 3 different options. Now, do you want to take a gamble? Oh, not a gamble. Do you want to take a guess at what those options would be? What are your options right now?
I
A
feel
play is
like
being made.
hmm I can either shove out mid, or I could run here and help with Cassante if Cassante comes down. We could
Mm-hmm.
probably try to fight, get a kill or something.
Mm-hmm.
Third option, I don't know. I don't know if I would have another third option. You'd have to help me with that one.
All right, sweet. So, push and move, which are basically you join the play. Wait, sorry. You make your own play, my play, which is push, right? This is my own play. So I'm putting money in
Hmm.
my piggy bank, and then I'm gonna make my own play after I'm done pushing, right?
Hmm.
So sometimes that's hit the tier 1 mid. Sometimes that's roam yourself, right? So for example, this play in this case, right? You say, fuck it, this guy's ganking bot, like ganking mid. I'm just gonna run straight bot. I'm gonna ignore mid wave and make my own play immediately, right?
Hmm.
That's making your own play. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
The other one is join the play, which is what you mentioned, right? Move. You join the current play, you come here and fight. And then lastly, you make your own play, you join. I'm trying to think here. I want to use the same terminology that I used yesterday, so my brain's... I'm trying to think of what I said yesterday, exactly. One second, I'm just going to pull up the vault just to make sure that I use the same term, because I want to keep
You
that
gotta be
consistent over
consistent.
my... Yeah, for when the people watch. But it boils down to you make your own play, you join the play. Trying to think. Brain's like, I don't know why I can't think of the third option. It's because I don't see it on the meme map right now. Join the play, make my own play, or defend. That's the one. Jesus fuck. Like I was like, because there's nothing to defend right now, so it's not that obvious. Defend the play. It's kind of the same thing in this case. Defend the play. Now, why is this more relevant in mid and late game? Like, let's say your top laner moves and fights dragon and makes a dragon play, and you're at the dragon. You have to base and defend the tier 2. Or whatever, you feel me? Like,
Hmm.
especially mid game, it becomes more apparent. Same for jungle, more so for jungle for you than you, because you're probably not going to have to defend shit, right?
Hmm.
Because you don't care. But in your jungler's case, he's gonna have, am I gonna farm my own camps and then make my own play, right? Am I going to join the play Sinch is making, or am I going to defend his tower when he's roaming? Right? This is the idea. So these are the three options you generally have. Like again, I want to make that general idea. Defend. Jesus, my English. Yeah, it's because I couldn't tell at all when I was watching your gameplay. Like it just didn't pop into my head because you roamed and there was nothing to defend. Um, but here we are. So this is the general terms I want to use so that you can like go back and just like, all right, a play happened. Which one of the three options do I like the most? It'll be easier to review that way. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Now, what's really important when you're playing a champion like Sinja wants to fight all the time, yeah? You don't really care about this number. You only care about experience, especially in these
Hmm.
type of matchups. And really, you your champion being successful as a mid laner is a byproduct of in solo queue people giving shutdowns away and you randomly getting an influx of large amounts of gold through kills or
Hmm.
neutral objectives like Herald and then putting it down. And you kill bot
Yeah,
lane,
yeah,
you put Herald down, you suddenly get fed as hell, right?
yeah.
And now your champion scales really well, which already established. That just means that you need less gold than everyone else to be as strong as them, and the more gold you have, the stronger you're going to be. So you find the timing to push in mid, which is fantastic, right? Again, I just want to go over this really quickly. You have three options when you touch a minion wave, right? One is fast push, one is slow push, and one is freeze, right? So why is it important that you think about this?
Oh, because you want to maximize your income relative to your opponent.
Not for you. For
I think
you,
it's
I have
for
a
my
different
roam
reason.
timers.
That is correct. I want you to look at the
Yeah.
minion waves. Okay, I want you to decide which waves you're going to have availability. Does that make sense?
Hmm. Hmm.
So why is this important that you decide when you have availability? Because well, first things first. When the minion waves spawn.
When do they
Yeah,
spawn?
when? Yes.
5 seconds after every 30 seconds. So it's like 35 and oh 05.
Perfect. Thank you. Um, just wanted to clarify that. But the reason why it's important to time your availability as much as possible. So I'm not saying that you can always do that, especially because you are weaker. Usually weaker than your enemy laner. But we're going to be looking at the bot wave here, right?
Hmm.
Is this bot wave going to be a wave you can gank them on?
Um, you can't really see the minion wave, but I think so. I think it's
Let
pushing.
me
I
just
think we have a
let
wait.
me,
Wait.
let me just look here. This is sorry, that's a bit too big. Jesus, it's right here.
Hmm.
Do you see the marker?
Yeah,
That's where it is. You think you can gank on that wave ball?
not on that wave, but the next one.
Right, correct. On the next one, and that's what I'm saying, right? So you see how these minion wave manipulation techniques start mattering?
Yeah, because I want to sync up with the bot lane.
Ideally, right? So
Yeah.
ideally, the 435 wave is the wave you're going to start playing the game on.
Uh
Now,
huh.
can you slow push this wave? Right? Not
No.
touch it, and then fast push the 435? I'll let you decide that. You tell me no, I believe you. To just understand that in a game where you can, it is actually the correct thing to do because that way you can sync up and have that pressure timing into the river when your bot lane is actually in lane ready to pressure on that
Well, I'm
wave.
I'm just saying no. Like instinctively, could you slow push a wave under tower like that?
Well, no,
Or
I
are you
can slow
saying
push
this
the
next
next
one?
one.
The next? Yeah, yeah. I could totally slow push that one if I wanted
What I'm
to.
saying is like if Talon walks up in lane, is he's gonna fucking crack your skull open. If you decide not to fast push this.
No, I don't think so. I could easily slow push this if I wanted to.
Yeah, right. And the question is he going to crack your skull open on the next wave? Because if he is, then there's no point, right?
Hmm.
Right. So,
Yeah.
it is relative to each other.
Uh huh.
Um, like you having a timing to take the vision here is better than having no timing if you slow push, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to think about the difference and whether you can or not. Because, like I said, if you fast push this wave and go down and you just drop vision, that's great, but that's the extent of what you can do.
Yeah.
Now, if you had slow push this wave, the advantage of slow pushing a wave means that it's going to be on the, it's going to be more neutral, right? So if you slow push the wave, the next wave is going to arrive still on your side of the lane, yeah? Like roughly here or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can crash that wave, then you'll have a timing where Lulu's on the map and Tristana's on the map and they're PvPing, which means you can help them PvP. Make sense?
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, I guess. But in this instance, what do you think is the correct play?
Like I said, I don't know how strong you... Like, this is where I need your help, because I don't know how strong you are. I don't know if you
Mm-hmm.
can leave this wave here, this one, right? Let it crash here. Slow push it into the next one arrives, put your body on the wave and start pushing. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if you can do that.
Well, the worry would be that Talon, he wouldn't kill me, but he would chunk me out and it would make it not viable for me to get a gank off bot. I
Yeah,
feel like
well,
in this position, it would be better to push it out, sweep vision, and then on the next wave, I can make a play.
yeah, so the thing is on the next wave, you can just make a play but whilst ignoring the wave, right?
Uh-huh.
So you opt to choose all of these, to ignore all of these things. Which is why this champion is unique, because you can opt into ignoring all of these aspects of League of Legends. Most champions have to always follow these rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do not necessarily. So here you decide to fast push the wave and make your own play bot, go for a little cheese, and why not? I'm going to pop Predator here, I think you can already go, very nice. Let's see, the actual play, the W is good. Yep. I'm surprised they didn't flash fling her. You don't think it's worth it to kill her there?
I feel like I got the karma guaranteed.
Yeah, no, I'm
So,
just asking the question, right? So a little
uh,
term we used to use in Fnatic is kill the king.
you're right, you killed the 80 carry, so
Yeah,
you're
he's the
denying him the
king.
most gold
Yeah,
experience.
but at the end of the day, your bot lane slow pushing it, so they're getting fucked anyway. You go mid, you catch. Just a small thing. Just be mindful that you're almost a level 6, right? So be mindful as you're making these plays that you don't get matched, right? You hit 6, nicely done. And then you go through the river here. So here's a quick little idea, right? So if you walk mid right now, how much of this minion wave are you going to catch?
Like none.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what is the solution? After we've run
uh,
bot and we are weaker, so we can't walk into the river and face check.
I probably should walk safely. Maybe
So
like,
that's the solution?
so Talon doesn't blow me up? I would think so. Am I
Sure,
wrong?
it is a solution.
Okay.
But what's the safe way? Is this the safe way?
No, I would say like the other way, around maybe like yeah, that way. Would be much safer, and I could still catch that wave.
Okay, well, just establish you're catching jack shit of this wave, right? If you start
I'm
moving?
catching. I could catch the next one.
Okay, so how long do you think that would take? If you walk from here where you are right now all the way down, and you go all the way around, how many seconds would that take you?
Um,
Roughly.
I don't know. I
Give me a shitty estimation. Like, a
like
shitty
like
estimation.
probably like 20, 30, something like that.
Sure, I was gonna do 15 to be generous, because it's probably
Mm-hmm.
20 to 30, yeah. Now, how long does it take for you to recall?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. So you say like just right after this, it'd be more efficient just to reset, get more money in the
Oh,
bank,
let's
more
establish
items.
why, right? Let's
Uh
establish
huh.
why, right? So 8 seconds plus, like what, 25, 30? So it
I think
costs
it's like
you...
20 seconds. Yeah.
Well, it depends how fast you are, right? So, I mean, you're pretty fast. You have all the zoomy runes.
If I could
But,
finish my boots too, it would be much faster.
yeah, sure. Let's say 25 to be generous, right? So, let's say it takes you 23 seconds to walk, and it takes you 33
Mm-hmm.
to base. So you lose 10 seconds of your time.
Mm-hmm.
But the upside is that you get to replenish your mana pool, which is a big deal, right? Right now, you
Yeah.
can, you can only use your ultimate and then Q. You have no juice for anything else. Like, maybe you'll get
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
fling during the fight if you're really toggling your Q and stuff, and you're sweating like crazy.
Yeah.
Um, but realistically speaking, you won't have many spells, right? You won't
Mm-hmm.
WW, maybe one fling instead of multiple. In other words, the solution here is after you've made a play, is you just recall.
Mm-hmm.
Spend your money, get your mana back, walk out on the map, and you can make another
Yeah.
play. Make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense.
Because the thing is when people follow you, they're not punishing you. Well, they're half-assedly punishing you.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Um,
Why do I say that?
sorry, what did you say?
I said, when people follow you, they're half-assedly punishing you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking you, why is that?
Well, because I guess I have like I don't know what to call it, like a priority of decisions. I suppose I could just choose to play safe and they get nothing.
Well, if you're fast enough on the play, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, if they don't make it to the actual play, you can back off and they get nothing.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, the real way to punish someone is actually to make them bleed CS and plates.
Yeah.
The reason why it feels bad for you to roam is when you come back and you see level 8 Talon with fucking twice your items, right? Because that's like, holy
100%.
shit, this guy is so
Yep.
strong. But a guy using his time to move and follow you and then look for picks, even if you
Yeah.
die, it doesn't necessarily feel that bad because you're probably going to die bot, he's going to walk mid, push the wave. And then meanwhile, as he's
Hmm.
doing that, you're going to be out with home guards, push the next wave, and then make another play. And that doesn't feel nearly as bad as someone that stayed in lane, took your plates, and then pushed you in and stared you in the eyes.
Yeah.
So basically, what feels the worst for you is having to stare someone in the eyes for mid lane prio,
Yep.
right?
Hmm.
So we're going to try and avoid having people stare us in the eyes for mid lane prio, which again is another reason why if you base right now, what are they going to do?
He would just push mid.
You'd go mid and do what?
He would just try to take my plates, push the next wave.
That's option number one. He would take your plates, right? Option
Uh-huh.
number two,
Um,
he'd push
he
the wave and
could
do what?
he could rotate. He could
Move.
like look for a gank or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and option number three,
I suppose defend. No, base.
yeah, base.
Base.
In this case,
Okay.
base, defend. But yeah, you see how whenever League of Legends is played, you have these three options.
Hmm.
So here he decides to do something in between joining and making his own play, right? So he goes down
Hmm.
bot river, so he kind of answers your play by making his own play, trying to kill someone, right?
Hmm.
Um, you could also argue my play is more like hitting mid plates and taking next wave, but again, he's going bot. You guys are all three here with the assumption of making his own play, so it's kind of 50-50. Now he has these three options, and I want you to establish which one is the worst one for you.
Probably meeting him in river.
Yeah, but that's something you have to choose to do. You have to choose to walk into him in river. That's not something he can control. He's hoping you would, but that's
Mm-hmm.
not something.
Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying. Then it would be for him to take plates mid would suck the
That,
most.
yeah, that's correct, right? So assuming
Yeah.
that you know that you lose to him in river and you don't know where the enemy jungler is, so moving into his river here is very dangerous. Which again, you made a
Yeah.
mistake, and I'm not blaming you for that. That isn't the point of this. But assuming that we're most scared of walking into him and his jungler in the river, right?
Hmm.
Him taking plates is going to be the most annoying for us. Now, what is the follow up for that? What is the most annoying thing after he's done taking plates? So he takes this wave, right? Takes the
Hmm.
plates, takes this wave. What's the most annoying thing for you after this?
After he takes my plates, what is the most annoying thing for me in
Yes.
that matchup?
What stops you from playing your game?
If he continually pushes me in and denies me golden experience on the mid wave when I roam, he just keeps pushing.
Before that, you say when I roam. What if he stops you from roaming?
Oh, like he's like warding out for me and preventing me from roaming?
So what if he takes this plate, bases, doesn't touch this wave, recalls, and then matches you on that wave?
Hmm.
Would that feel bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would just say, fuck it. Instead of trying to cash in right now, I'm going to match Singed.
Hmm.
Right? So I'm going to, every mid wave, Singed wants to push and move, I'm going to put my body on it and stop him.
Yeah.
Because I'm stronger. So I'm going to put my body on wave, push first, and whatever side Singed goes, I'm going to follow him, unless I have a better play. In which case, I don't care where Singed goes, I'm just going to spam ping the opposite side, I'm going to kill enemy bot lane, for example, right?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
So I want you to aim your decisions around stopping people from being able to do that. Now, no one understands tempo that well in League of Legends in solo queue. No one gets it. No one gets this idea.
Like no one, even
Like no
your
one.
rank?
Very few people get this idea of basing and matching bases. Like right now, this talent taking one plate and not touching the next wave is almost unheard of.
Hmm.
Because that's thinking about your game plan, and that's very hard.
Right. So he would have to think that I would want to recall here, so he'd want to push that plate and recall to match me.
Yes, and then he would walk out at the same time you walk out, and even
Yeah.
though he'd lose in 3 melee creeps, right? You'd also lose 3 melee creeps, so who cares really? And the
Mhm.
idea is that
Yeah.
for the flow of the game, it's better that he matches you
Hmm.
than the other way around.
Yeah. Then that
Makes
makes
sense?
sense because then he's like stopping me from having more influence on the game because he's,
Exactly.
refreshed
Stronger
on
than
mana, HP. Yeah, he's stronger.
So you can
Yeah.
actually leverage strength, because if you recall and he doesn't recall, then you're coming with money spent and he hasn't spent his money. So you can actually match
Hmm.
it, right? Because you're level 6 with 800 gold spend. And let's say, how much gold does he have, you think? He got a kill, I think, early game on someone. So let's say he has
Yeah.
serrated Dirk right now, right? So he pushed 3
Yeah.
waves, killed someone, based. He has 750, or it's a bit later in the game. Let's say he has, because obviously it's been a while, let's say he has, right now he has 1100 gold spent, right? So he has Dirk Longsword, he started Longsword, actually started Doran's Blade. I don't know why the fuck he started. Let's say he has 1550 gold in his bags, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have Dark Seal with some stacks, which is a little worth a little more gold. But let's just be generous and say it's 350 to keep it simple. So you have 1150 gold in your bags, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he spends his gold, he could go up to, I don't know, like maybe 1900 gold, right? So that's a bit of a gold lead. Maybe he has even more gold in his bag because he took a plate. You get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your Singedal is going to make this 1150 go up to, well, closer to the 1900. Again, I'm just going to use these numbers as a way to get you the idea of what your champ does. Right? So your ult is going to make this number go up and match his number, or even in some cases, go higher than this number.
I think the ult is worth 2,500 gold in
Well,
stats.
at rank 1?
Yeah.
Well, there
It's
you
like
have it.
2,500, 5,500, and 8K.
Yeah, well, there you have it. So,
Uh-huh.
Singed is broken, so you are 3,650 gold worth of stat stake.
Mm-hmm.
And he is 1,900 gold, assuming he recalled. You feel me?
Yeah.
So if he doesn't recall and he's 1,500, he's even weaker. If he recalls, he has a better chance of contesting you. So that's what I'm saying. He has a better
Yeah.
chance of forcing your ultimate. Because all he needs to do is blow your ult, and then you're a sad panda. Because Singed without his ultimate is not very strong.
Yeah, he's useless. Yeah.
So all he needs to do is put his body on the wave, use his ignite, use his ult, use all this crap, and make you burn ult. And if he manages to do that, you went from being the god of the rift to a little sack of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm just helping you understand. Why am I explaining all of this to you? I'm helping you understand kind of the strategy against Singed. What should you be
Yeah.
doing when you're playing against him? Because that's going to help you play as him.
Yeah.
So again, here you kind of so you want to just make sure that we push in bot, and that's fine. And then you hover here, and he just snaps your neck. Boom. I don't know if he actually kills you. You pop your ult. Look kind of maybe if you shit. But either way, you get quite low. Like I mentioned, you have almost no juice. You actually managed to live, which is huge. I mean, you got his ult and ignite. You managed to live, which is huge. We're gonna recall here. Just consider this as a safer recall underneath the tower, just in case. I think it's an automatic Tabai. Personally, I'm not sure about you.
Have I?
Oh yeah, I'm playing as Talon mid. I don't want to die. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Sorcerer's shoes, bro. Holy fuck, you're greedy as
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah. It's a bit of an anomaly because I almost never build it, but I don't know why I did it this game.
I mean,
If you check my last 100 games, I don't think I've ever built it, but here we
Sorcerer are
are.
great on Singed, don't get me wrong. They're just a luxury
Yeah.
in my opinion. I just think it's like very greedy. Tabai are
It,
just for me an automatic. The defensive boots that are good in my matchup are almost always an automatic because I consider having the movement speed to be very valuable, of course, in playing Singed.
it is super greedy, and it gets so much worse later in the game. I completely screw up my build.
Don't worry about it. I don't mind. That's not
Yeah.
what I'm watching for. I'm just, again, if you have a timing, you have the three options, right? I'm going to take them off the
Mm-hmm.
screen because I want you to be thinking about it, not reading it. But again, you have an option here, which is make my own play, defend, or join a play that's happening, right? So in this case, there's no place to join, so we're going to make our own play by sweeping the top river, make sure that everything is fine and dandy, get some information on what we're doing. We're checking for the timer. I really like that you're looking in between waves. Now we're going to just hard force the skank, which is not going to work because the matchup doesn't really allow for it. I mean, actually, this looks spicy. Looks like there's an angle potentially. Probably going to have to burn our ult here. Wait, holy shit.
It's a disaster, actually.
Oh, you flung him into safety and then get double killed. That is
Yeah,
painful.
it was painful. Yeah.
So one thing is like he reads I want 0, and kind of I agree with him. So one thing to consider is does Cassante want to force this?
Uh, Based on its wave positioning, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad he answered that. So what he wants is this right now. If this connects, he's down.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right there, the stun hits, he Qs him, he like puts his body on top of him. Maybe he can ult. Keep in mind, if he ults, Heimerdinger might just blow him the fuck out with grenade into RW, right?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, Cassandra's W does not give much damage reduction early game.
Huh.
It is very much a scaling spell, right? So keep in mind, like, I like that you're hovering here and that you're using time as the mid wave is crashing. That means you can still go back and catch it. But in this case, you pressuring Heimer, you notice how Heimer fogged twice, right?
Yeah.
That's already relieving him quite a bit. He's very happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to overforce and try to kill someone when you're trying to help.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense? So two things
Yeah,
there.
that
One
makes
thing,
sense.
very good. You're in the river. Meanwhile, the midwave is crashing. But that doesn't mean you can't turn around and start taking the midwave. Like right now, something that actually Bjergsen loved to do is he would gank his own lane. So he would like play a champion like Syndra and he would just loop around like this.
Mm,
and then jungle would do this. And guess what? Well, that
yeah.
guy's getting clapped on from two sides, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
talent specific. Maybe he can run forward and start eating over walls and bullshit. But if you catch him with his pants down, there's actually a chance you kill this guy mid right now with the Mumu.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying it's likely, just saying it's a potentially a thing. Anyway, W usage was obviously a bit off, and then here, probably just need to fling him into our goo, no? I'm fairly sure.
Yeah.
He's just dead if we just fling him into the goo.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking here. I completely biffed it.
Boom. Rooted. The guy gets
Yeah.
fisted here. Sounds like an ultimate if need be. We just kill him. Either way, like I
Yeah.
said, forcing this play here when talent can follow you is very dangerous.
Yeah. Considering we don't even know where the jungler is too. She could show up and she does.
Yeah, that's the first
Yep.
thing, and the second thing is we know Momo's not there, and we know the bot lanes are winning lane. So if we force him
Uh-huh.
this angle and the game explodes without our bot lane being involved, it's going to be hard for them to carry this game.
Mm-hmm.
Harder. We can agree with that, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be impossible, it'll be harder. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind. Here, your instinct is to follow, join the play, right?
Yeah. Well, this is just over at this point. I'm just thinking of maybe like damage control, throw my double down, my
Yeah.
W down, and prevent
Yeah,
someone
that's what I
from
mean.
dying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it means. You join the
Yeah.
play. You go ahead and join the play and try to help. Like, you're just not end up
Yeah.
dying. Ooh, painful. Rough game. But that's okay. But you see, this is going to be the general terms that we're going to be using
Uh-huh.
to understand what we want to do and why. You join the fight here, and again, you're a big stat stick with your ult still. It's not at the end of the world. You join in, you look for something. Nothing looks too appealing. There's a TP, so it's a man advantage for them. We back off. That makes sense, right?
Yep.
So we go to defend, we push in mid, and here we recall. Now, before you recall, is there an angle here to make a play, right? So you have three options. Again,
Mm-hmm.
make your own play, which is go bot and kill them, probably.
Yep.
Defend top.
Mm-hmm.
Or if your bot lane's already fighting, you would join them. A lot of the time, defend, make your own play / defend, join someone's play can be very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I turn chat off personally, but I respect trying to keep the positive mental attitude in the chat. Good hustle. 2 plates on the bottom tower, so definitely want to look to keep pressuring bottom. Karma stops us from moving. I'm going to sweep the ward here. Catch the wave neutral. And here, same idea. We join you're joining the play instantly, right? So I just want you to appreciate that right now, if you go bot lane, that's where their sore spot is, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because their strong side is on the top side, and they have man disadvantage, so I could go and trade equally.
Yes. Because
Yeah.
you can crack the whole tower with the rest of your team. So even
Uh-huh.
though you lose the tower top, you can crack the tower bot, and eventually
Mm-hmm.
it'll go bad even, right? You lose 150 gold with the exchange. Here's the first tower, but you get the idea. So Tristana does a little something. I don't know what the fuck that was. But we end up trying to help her get put to 1 HP. Again, same idea, right? Like, your instinct here is to join her. It's like, does this look like a fight you want to run into?
No.
Yeah, so what do we do?
Just probably push out bot.
Yeah, so alright, I was here for a look. We looked, it looked very bad. I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Try to kill this habit of trying to join every play, right? So be a bit more picky, right? Be picky. It's like, alright, well, that doesn't look very good. I'm going to go bot. Bye.
Yeah.
Go bot, push out bot. Instead, we get put to 1 HP. In fact, we even die. Our teammates try to help. We end up trading 2 for 2, honestly. Not that bad. And then Ultravana seems to kill Lulu, so that's pretty bad. But hey, it's like, it was alright. So you're just giving this guy complete AIDS. Why not? Can't move his fucking champion. Oh, that sucks. I would have liked you to get that shut down, but that's okay. And now we push out bot. Tristana takes over for some reason. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mind. Tristana can take over the lane, right? So the idea is basically, can you push the next wave? After this, yes or no?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I think so.
Because Kaisa's going to come and kill you, right? If you're by yourself, you can't. You can push this wave, yes, but not the next
Yeah.
one, I mean.
No.
Right, so someone that can push the next one with a death, right, is quite nice, because then Tristana could push this one, push the next one, and then whoever decides to move to the Drake is going to lose this farm. So it's a choice between farm this wave or lose the Drake, right?
Yeah, which should also allow me to get a recall if she takes over this wave
Yes,
then.
so when you recall, it's going to be easier for you to move out mid, catch whatever's left mid, and then move to the Drake as well, with the same logic. But you'll actually be available, because again, right now you're not available. You can't PvP. So it's a small thing, but there you probably could have insta-recalled, and it would have been technically better, because you would just catch whatever you lost either mid or top. So in this case, you can even go top, right? You see there's a big wave coming, and Cassandra takes over mid, you could just go top yourself.
Uh-huh.
and say, you know what, fuck it, I'm not moving to this Drake. Like, you know, I want to farm right now. Now, obviously, you could also say, fuck it, I am moving to this Drake because I quite like the angle, which is probably what you would do because again, you do have ult, and you know, just keep
Yeah.
in mind, you know, you are level, you are about to hit level 11, which is like you mentioned, a massive spike, right?
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. That doesn't mean that you're not strong enough to fight right now. I'm just, you know, I want you to keep it in the back of your mind. So a little flank action here, very nice. You are quite strong. You are again. Singed is this is the Singed special. Yeah, just broken his health 5v5, really. Alright,
Mm-hmm.
just absolutely murdering people. Nice little fling action, we love those. And dead. And that seems to be the play. So again, same thing here, you take this wave, right? What do you want to be doing right now? What is the mindset you want to be in? You made a
What to
play. You
uh-huh.
made a play and your ultimate's on cooldown. What is the number one thing you want to do whilst your ultimate's on cooldown?
Probably in this instance I would say reset. Get
100%
some
correct.
yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. You want to spend that money before your ult comes
Uh-huh.
out because if you're fresh with the money spent, the next
Mm-hmm.
ultimate is another opportunity for you to pick a fight.
Yep.
And if you've managed to stay on the map for these 40 seconds without having spent your money, then you're going to pick a fight without full resources or the money
Mm-hmm.
spent, which would just be a damn shame.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Makes complete sense, yeah.
So, how long does it take for you to recall and get back out on the map?
Like 25 seconds?
Yeah, and is that one cannon creep worth of gold slash experience worth you dicking around here?
Probably not.
Yeah, because if you had reset and moved out on the map, what would happen? Right now you're
I could
recalling and you're going back out on the
mm-hmm.
map. You're spending your gold. You're ready to get back out on the map. What's happening?
What's happening? I think
Yeah.
we want to contest Dragon here, so I could go reset. Everyone else is, I think, just died and they respawn, so I could
Mm-hmm.
come back and the whole team is fresh and we could fight.
Again, that is correct. Now you could also say, "Fuck it, I need to wait for my ult. I'm not going to fight." But you see how Mumu makes the same mistake?
Uh-huh.
Stays on the map, decides to do mid wave, dicks around, bases, and then oh fuck, they're doing Drake and I'm weak. I can't contest it. Oh no, because you didn't
Mm-hmm.
recall when you should have, which is you cue this wave and you just press fucking B ASAP. It's just as soon
Yeah.
as possible. The fight's over. You can press B right now. Because the idea is, right? So if you went all the way down here and you obviously you're trying to help your jungler, which I'm fine with, and you say, all right, I already sunk my tempo a bit to help my jungler, so I'm going to start gassing this wave, right? I'm fine with that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you pop Q, hit the wave, and then here, you just cut your losses. You know, it's all right. Well, I took the wave. I didn't get all the farm, but I can base like here, you know, in the tip of the bush maybe, and then get the
Yeah.
XP still, or maybe you can like sneak in here and recall here.
Uh-huh.
But the point is cut your losses. You're not going to farm this unless you want to risk dying to her, right?
Yep.
So the idea is basically, because again, I want to go back to talking in minion waves, because this is going to be the easiest way for you to coordinate yourself. On this minion wave, the enemy team will be available for PvP again, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This minion wave, they're dead, which is why you could take it. This minion wave, they're coming out on the map ready to fight, just like Trist,
Yeah.
Lulu, and Kazante, right? Because they also died in the fight,
I feel you. I
right?
can't I can't get the next one, so there's no point of even just waiting around. Just reset.
Yep.
You know,
Just
I get it.
reset, spend your money, get out
Uh-huh.
on the map. And, you know, ideally you go through Pixel and then go into bot. Why do you go through Pixel and then into bot? Do you know?
Yeah, because they're likely to fight mid, and I want to be able to rotate.
That's one, but actually the real reason is because if you're not mid, then you're at a man disadvantage, because Kaisa, if she's good, will be hovering mid.
Mm-hmm.
Because basically, the more people you have mid, the stronger you are mid. And whoever gets the mid
Mm-hmm.
push, what happens after you push in mid wave?
You can rotate out into the
Exactly.
jungle.
So what happens is they push mid. Tristana has to go underneath her tier 2 because they're walking up with the mid wave.
Mm-hmm.
Then they walk like this, and suddenly, can you touch bot wave?
No.
Correct. Which is why we go through mid. Now, this isn't going to happen
Yeah.
in solo queue. Solo queue players don't have a fucking clue how to play like that.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm just teaching you this as the general idea. If you are going to be
Mm-hmm.
playing, you know, going to be watching competitive, you can appreciate it. If you are going to be playing really high elo matches and you notice this happening, you can instantly tell, oh, at mid power, that's why I couldn't touch the wave. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Got a nice little W action here, fling into the goo. Ooh, nice try. But you notice how, you know, without your ultimate, you're significantly weaker.
Yeah.
You still participate in the fight, which I actually quite like. I think that's a good thing. But of course, without your thing, you're much weaker. So weren't able to get much done. Now we're low on resources, and you blow your ult. I fucking knew it. I knew you're gonna press R. I hate pressing R in these situations. Like, just don't do it.
Yeah, no, it was pretty much like immediately like, oh god, why did I do that? Shyvana. I'm not touching her.
And as long as you realize that, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, would you have loved to have your ultimate here? I do think so. I like the little delay on the thingy there, not bad. We're trying to burst her, but at this point she's too strong. Without her ultimate, we're also not able to stick in and stay in the middle of the fight, and then we get outnumbered here. So here we pick a fight. Tristana's coming. Lulu's nowhere to be fucking found, right? Lulu's playing a different video game right now. I actually don't know what she's doing. I think she's checking Facebook or something. Now she starts moving. Took her a while. She literally, like, I'm looking at the minimap. She's literally just dancing around mid. You see what I mean? It's like someone like took a mouse button and started nudging her around mid. Playing a different game, and that's not necessarily your fault. But you know what I want you to do?
Be better at the game?
No. You see
No.
that one ping? All right. There's two kind of people that answered. Like, there's two type of people. Okay.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to answering a doorbell or picking up the phone, there's two types of people. Okay. There's the type of people that will answer the phone after one ring. You ring once, they're like, "Oh, who's there? I guess I'll pick up." There's people that hear the phone ring once and go, "Oh, it must be like a telemarketer or some bullshit," and they won't answer the phone. And then there's the third type of, like, well, there's only two, but the point is like you have the people that ring once and they move.
Yeah.
You have the people that ring twice and they ignore you, ring thrice, they ignore you, but if you ring 16 times, they're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
I'll have to check it out. And my point is,
I feel you.
spam ping, you pinged once here, and your team is snoozing, right? They press snooze on the button. If you ping 6 times, they're gonna fucking move, yeah?
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Yo, what the fuck is this singed cooking?" Right? Ping, 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 ping. You know?
Yep.
Let's fucking fight, guys. And I don't know what type of person you are, but right now, if someone rings my doorbell, I'm busy. I ain't getting up and checking. I won't be like, "Excuse me, my doorbell's ringing." But if someone starts fucking rattling my doorknob and fucking spam, like, I'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" And I'd leave before you even know it. You know, I'd be like, "Yo." And that's exactly the same situation. If you're fucking ping, 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 fuck these guys. Like, clicking on this guy's head, on my way, on my way, on my way. You know, pinging your predator, pinging your summoner spells. Like, that is like aggressively communicating that you really want to fight. Does that make sense?
I could do that, yeah.
So that's what I want you to do. Now, you don't have to do it 6 times. You can do it 4 times, 5 times. The point is that if you really aggressively communicate, you're making sure everyone's aware. Because here, if Lulu had ult and was here, this fight could look different. Right? I'm not saying that you not having your ultimate, but the thing is, you see, you just look mid and you're like, "What the fuck was she doing?" Right? Alright, not too shabby. I'm just watching the game, just trying to understand what's going on here, because you're kind of just running around, and that's fine. Like, I don't think you necessarily can go bot. Same idea. If you go bot right now, you'll just lose way too much upside. If you feel like you have something to farm for, you can definitely go bot here, but you have nothing to farm for. There's no future. You know, like there's no item that you can finish by doing that. I wonder what item you're gonna buy, by the way.
I'm going Jack Show. No, I'm going Jack Show.
Well, I would have gone on Athemus and put it on Shyvana this game because she feels like a bit of a menace, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, I guess Talon is also worthy. No, Jack Show makes sense. I'm not a huge fan of the build. I like the Monocle ult, but it makes kind of sense. You're kind of poor. Probably should go thingy instead. RV, Radiant Virtue, cheaper. Similar idea.
Yeah, Radiant Virtue is okay. It doesn't sync up with my ultimate perfectly because I go Ultimate Hunter, so I don't know. I don't really like it.
Yeah, no, I just think when you're poor, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, I hear. Yeah, I guess so.
And like this game is not a game where we won any of the skirmishes, so you're kind of poor. Also hard for you to go to sides and start farming. So here you just say fuck it, I need some farm, so you go farm. I get it. Like I'm going over these decisions because it's like it's very like they're linear. You know, it's like do I defend or do I just send it and go farm? You know, like what can I really say? Which is right, which is wrong? It's hard to really say. Duskblade ignores Singe Poison. I didn't know that. What the fuck? Huh? Am I crazy?
I guess it does, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No, it did, because you pressed E. No, it did. What the fuck? That's broken. See? Because right now it'd be ticking. It only ticks when you pass C. Apparently, I mean, I assume. I don't fucking know how it works. Like, I'm surprised by this. You see how it didn't tick until E?
Yeah.
That means it blocks. Because Singe Q does damage every 0.5, right? So it wasn't a terrible game, but you said it was a terrible game, but honestly, it wasn't very bad. I think it was okay. Just like I said, right, and you just want to go back and appreciate those 3 decisions, alright? Do you want to watch any other VODs, or would you rather play a live game where we just go over your...
I'd prefer to do VODs. I don't think I would enjoy playing live.
Okay. And just keep in mind that, like, it's going to be hard for me to... Like, I just want to be honest with you, like, if we're going to do VODs, right?
Uh-huh.
Maybe a 2 hour session would make more sense, and I can refund you some money because at the end of the day, I'm going to be hammering on this for the most part because this is the
Uh-huh.
first thing you really need to get. Make
If you
sense?
think if you think I get more value out of it doing live, I will just queue up. That's fine.
Well, the thing is like I said, right? We established our 1, 2, 3, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
is, do I move? Do I make my own play, or do I defend the play? Right? Sometimes
Uh-huh.
defend the play is just reset, right?
Yep.
Right? Sometimes making your own play is reset and being ready for your own play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes joining the play. Wait, what is that? What is P? It's join the play, right? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Let's join the play. Wait, sorry. My play, right? So your own play, join the play, or defend the play. These are the three things we're established, right? So the point is, it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, at the end of the day, the way I look at coaching is like, this is a fundamental decision making process that I want you to learn very well. This
Mm-hmm.
is what's going to elevate you. Because if you are able to say, I don't like this play, you're going to have your tools for a better play in the future.
Yeah.
Remember here, we blew our ult on the Shyvana, and then we
For
didn't have our
nothing,
ult
yeah.
for this potentially juicy play. Because again, if you have your ult here at the start, right now, you start channeling your ult. Or like, not channeling, but you use your ult. This looks a
Uh-huh.
hell of a lot more appealing to me.
Yeah.
You know, Lulu moves and you have your ult up. I could see us turning the game around here. You know, maybe we kill Shyvana, shot her down. You know, the rest of the homies come collapse. We kill 2 people. Maybe Lulu live, like Lulu polymorphs, ults the Talon off of the thingy. He dies as well. Suddenly, we're the ones doing Baron at 20, and we're killing their Nexus.
Uh-huh.
So I just want to be fair here. You know, like, I'm not saying that, you anticipated all of this, but at the same time, would you agree that because you don't have ultimate, you probably should have just said, you know what, not so interesting,
Yeah.
right?
I should probably just be better about fighting with my ultimate up, especially if I'm trying to like initiate plays. Just only do it when I have the juice.
Yeah, basically, I want you to be more picky
Uh-huh.
with fights, and this is a really big deal. Like, this decision making, and this decision making is going to go mid game. It's like early game, mid game, late game. It's all going to be there. Now, late game, when you're in a game like this, where it's like, yeah, well, we're all just getting shafted. There isn't
Yeah.
much decision making to be done. It's more like, okay, well, do I run bot right now and just fucking send it, or do I run, do I run it into the enemy team and fight? Right? There's no in between. Or do I just
Mm-hmm.
press S and hope they don't take my structures? Which is what you're doing. Which is not necessarily a bad play. It's just, well, you don't really have anything else going for you, right? So that's just the way that goes. So you do your best to force something, but at the end of the day, you're just too weak to really get anything happening. And well, even though we trade kills, it's not particularly favorable, right? So like I said, like that's why I went over this part of the game very quickly because there's nothing really here
Mm-hmm.
that I have to tell you. You can tell yourself, right?
Yep.
Which is why, like I said, a lot of this review, and I'm happy to do one more VOD. It's just like we've been on at it for an hour, and next VOD is gonna again come down to a lot of this decision making, and at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, actively making those decisions and practicing is what's going to help you. If you don't want me to be live coaching you as you do that, like I mentioned, I think a better option would be to just cut the session shorter so that you can play, and then you can just we can come back for another 1 to 2, like another 1 hour session, and then we can do it
I
that way.
I think I'm good with doing live games.
Okay, I'm just like I just
Yeah.
want to help you understand is I don't want to pile on a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of different things.
Mm-hmm.
When in reality, this is if you get really good at what we just established, I think
Mm-hmm.
your playstyle will work way better.
Okay.
I think that's what you need to elevate because your mechanics look solid. Okay, I will be honest. I do think you can play crispier, but you're telling me this was a bad game, so I'm letting that slide, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm obviously going to judge next game if I look at your singed mechanics and I go like, this guy needs to practice certain combos.
Mm-hmm.
The whole W flashy thing. You do it into your tower. That's like the classic top lane.
I do that all the time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh perfect.
Yeah.
But that's basically the idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see this as like the main thing in your gameplay. Next VOD, if you have one, probably be on the new
Mm-hmm.
client, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna log in.
So
Is this the
just to
username you have? Coolest Frost.
yeah. So just to recapitulate, it's make my own play, move to a play that my teammates are doing, or defend
Yeah,
are your three
make your own play,
moves.
join a play, or defend.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Obviously, if you don't have anything to defend, you only have two options, which makes it easier. And like I said, recalling can be a very aggressive way to play,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you recall very quickly, so you can get out on the map faster and start playing more quickly,
Mm-hmm.
that's aggressive.
Okay.
Let's open one more VOD just to make sure, like because you mentioned
Okay.
one. I want to check one more VOD just to see, right? One of your
Mm-hmm.
good games, see how you're doing in the good games, because it also will help me give you a general idea. So, the hell just happened here?
Cool.
Let me know which one is like particularly juicy.
Hmm.
Is 7 kill good?
Yeah, I
Perhaps?
guess you could. Yeah. I don't know if I remember that one. It might have been a while ago, but yeah, it should be good. Just quickly take a look.
5 days ago, so we'll have a look.
Okay.
And again, a particularly good game for this build, I am aware, it's not like normal build slash gameplay styles, right? It's not like 200 CS at 20 kills, you know? Like, it's more like Roman doing the thing. 1 second, I need to restart the call, so 1 minute here. Alright, we're back.
Okay. Can I just pop by the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, feel free. Let me just pause here. Well, you know what? I'm gonna start watching your game a bit as you're going to the bathroom, and then we'll go back and I'll discuss whatever comes up.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. I see you hit it with the goo flip.
Oh,
That's what I call
don't
it.
see
The goo
anything.
flip. Oh, you don't see anything? Right.
Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm good.
no worries.
All right.
Yeah, you hit it with the goo flip this game. Took the creative flashes. Nice. Well, as long as you know and you try, I don't mind. So here's your level 5, try to hit it with the goo flip again. She's gonna poke you a bit. A bit annoying, but it's okay. Gonna let the wave crash. Right now she hasn't recalled yet, so you're gonna have a timing, right? So here, just, you know, just a small thing, but it's like, you know, how much damage can you take, right? Is freezing this wave worth more than letting it crash and then being fully healthy for the play on this next wave? Right? Because if you look at bot lane, there is gaming to be had, correct?
There's what? Sorry.
There is gaming to be had. I call it gaming. So when there's a minion wave in the neutral, like when there's PvP abilities, I call it gaming. So basically, it's like there's a good chance that there's something good. Like you can make something good here. Is it going to be good? I don't know. That's why I call it gaming, right? It's like, okay, we're gonna game. We'll see what's gonna happen, but we can game, right? So the point is just, you know, think about that, right? So if I just right now, if I play patiently and just let the wave crash, am I going to find a good angle on the bot wave? Good
I
chance.
could prioritize my own HP and resources to make more plays on the map. I hear
because you end up freezing it, which is delaying the wave, right? So you're delaying this wave by freezing it. Whereas if you just let it crash, you're just, you know, queuing it up right now, right? Queuing it up, it walks into tower, you CS whatever you can, right? Obviously, how you CS is up to you, but then you would make a play on this wave.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is you're kind of dragging out the wave by freezing it, being annoying. You will make a play on this wave, because she has to come and crash the wave, right? Because either way, you can't stop her from freezing. We just established that by trying, right? So the question is which wave do you prefer to play on? And I'm not saying your line of play is bad, I just want you to have the option, yes?
Yep.
I want you to be able to see, oh yes, I could have been healthier and made a play on the last wave. Would that have been better than this wave? An entirely different problem. Because again, we do come bot lane and do manage to get it almost double. Again, what do? Fantastic. So it took you a while to realize, but you ended up recalling. I only want you to build the habit of doing it quickly.
Doing it immediately. I could be thinking about that.
Spot insta-base.
I need to like queue my actions up like before I gank. I need to be thinking about doing that immediately.
Make play, recall, go mid, make another play. Because you see how now Kiana's trying to make her own play to respond to you?
Yep.
You remember what I said, right? What she should have done is
push mid and taking plates.
Right, taking plates, this is great. But right now she should blow up this wave. Well, it's already too late. So what she really should be doing is she should be prioritizing blowing up this wave and then basing. She took one play, blows up this wave, matches your recall, kind of, and then she will be able to match on this wave.
Yeah.
And that would be how she should play to annoy you, because, well, that's just the way you should play against it.
Yep.
And like Roman chances, right?
Yep.
Instead, she greeds for more resources now, and this is exactly what I talked about. Remember when I talked about the talent? Is now she has 1k in the bank, but in terms of what you spend, you actually have more money in your inventory than she does. Which is exactly what we're trying to avoid as Kiana, right? So that is why recalling and being quick on the recall and coming out fast can really catch these people off guard, right? So you can see the wave, which I'm fine with, you want to save your ult, and then you go in between waves, which I'm also okay with. Kind of forced to play. You end up killing this guy, taking over bot, very good. Take the next wave too, beautiful, right? That next wave get played as well, lovely, right? Nom nom nom, and we're going to recall. So in this case it makes sense to take the next wave because Kai'Sa's going to be catching mid, and then she's going to be catching the neutral wave, and you're going to be catching this. Now they end up freezing bot and then unfreezing it, so you know ideally we don't let them freeze, but hey, not our problem, right? We'll just come and dive them if they freeze. So that's kind of a niche thing. If they do freeze bot, especially if you're going to use chat, just tell your teammates, you know, don't panic, I'm going straight bot again, just dive. You know, like, if they freeze, we dive, right? So instead what you would do is if they freeze this wave for hard freezing, right? You fully commit to freezing, so let me just go back. The strategy would be, right, that, because here they freeze it, right? The strategy would be if they freeze this wave and commit to freezing, that you would just say, fuck it, I'm just going to do this.
Run bot, just kill them.
Dive them again.
They lose all the experience and gold. Yeah.
So a bad minion wave, right, so a frozen minion wave, is not a bad wave if you crash it and then tower dive them, because that means they're losing a hell of a lot more than they normally would, because they're freezing. You see?
Yep.
So a bad wave is not always a bad wave. Art of War, Sun Tzu.
Yep.
We hit him with a double ruby crystal cloth armor. I like it actually. I don't think you can die anymore. You're just a tank now.
Yeah,
like
I've been experimenting with a lot of different builds, and I feel like Dark Seal out into a Maji's into a Jack Show rush is like quite good.
Yeah, Magi is always very broken if you manage to get the stonks on it, right? So if you get the stonks on it, it is very good to rush it. I agree. So we take over top here again, and this is more of a defend play, right? So this is what I mean. This is defend. Our top laner died, and you're defending top, right? You're not letting this Mundo profit from this play. Go all the way back. Let me actually go all the way back. Mundo got solo killed, Gragas counter killed, and you're defending this minion away from Gragas, and you're telling him, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
So you take over.
Yeah, that wasn't my initial intention. I kind of went for a roam, and then I just said, oh, the wave's here. Might as well push it in.
No, absolutely, but that's what I mean, right? So it's like, in the moment, you're like, oh, well, since I'm here, I may as well, right? So there, she makes her own play, right? You pop Ghost trying to follow. Again, I want you to kill that habit, alright? You're not going to make it there. Don't try to. Push in the mid wave, punish her for roaming, just like people punish you, right? Push in the waves. If you can get a plate, get a plate. If you cannot, that's fine. And then make your own play. So you see you're making your own play? Now, how good is this own play? Not very good, because you have a lot of, you know, we're low on resources, basically, is why this play is the best. Now it ends up working out because our team, it does not work out. But you see what I mean? Like, you're taking a play with gold in the bank, and you're low on resources, low on mana. So keep that in mind, is when you're punishing someone, you actually have to spend the gold that you denied them, right? So in this case, Kiana got a double bot, sure, but you got 2 waves of denied golden experience, and you still need to spend that 260 gold to make that leverage. Now, I'm saying 260 because I assume that sometimes it'll be a cannon and sometimes it won't, and that's the average. Make sense?
Yep.
You're gonna, you know, defend. Okay, we're just defending. Now we're gonna recall. Sure, why not? Get back out on the map. You see what I mean? Like, you based and let a play happen, right? So cooldowns were used. You know, it's I don't have your POV, so I'm assuming that you're watching. Oh, wow, you're fucking killing this guy. Respect. That's huge. Wait, you got a 1k gold shutdown. Wait, Sin's not balanced, by the way. What the fuck?
No, he's definitely not. I'm extremely boosted from this champion.
Holy fuck, this champ is broken. I can't believe we just owned that guy. Crazy stuff. Anyway, you got a 1k gold shutdown, which is huge. You recall it, you back out on the map, 10 seconds on your ulti, you got chunk. What I want you to see you do again, I'd actually not mind you recalling there. At all. Right? I would not mind you recalling. You lost the tower anyway, she pushed in the waves anyway. Again, I don't think it's illegal for you to go farm bot if you can farm bot. If you can farm bot and get the farm, it's kind of nice because you'll be able to spend gold, but you can't always do that, so keep that in mind, right? I think if Kiana wanted to kill you, she could. I'm fast forwarding because, again, a lot of what we're talking about is we're going to be reviewing it after we play a live game, because, again, I really want to hammer down these habits first, because this is really important. Maybe push out the wave, you know, you see what I mean? Like, look at the flow of the game, right? So I just want you to appreciate, if I go back here, I just want you to appreciate the flow of the game. So you are mid, you make your play together with your team, right? So here you join the play, right? Which is, go through mid, you know, you join the play, so you don't go straight bot, you join the play, boom, you're here for herald, play's made. You double check, is anyone inting? No one's inting on my team. Alright, I'm gonna go bot lane. You go bot lane, push our bot lane. This is you know, this is my turn to farm. You farm, 1 wave, farm, 2 waves. Right? Now, my turn again to go PvP. And we go and join in the PvP action. Right? It's a nice flow. You know, the flow of the game is very nice, very stable. Often this is how you carry the game. So you see how your resources are fantastic, you're in a good spot, you want to fight here, you can carry this fight. I do think you could have kept going, but I think you had mercy upon them. Don't you think you, like, triple killed them?
Maybe.
I mean, I can tell you right now, Thumb, you certainly do. You're strong as fuck. Like, right now, you can just, like, hug this guy, no? Like, hump him.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he could body slam you, but I feel like you can tank that shit right now. You're so
Yeah.
strong. You still have your ult running, level 11, you have Jank Show fully stacked. Like, you don't really get much stronger than this. And you start juicing up, right? But anyway, it doesn't matter. Like, it's a small thing. I mean, it matters, but it's a small thing. You see what I mean? Like, the flow of the game feels much nicer. Now, we made our play. What's the alternative? What's the next part? Because we've been on the map for a long time, right? So again, you contesting this control, I have nothing against, right? This is fine. You're still making the play. You're still in the process of making the play, which is still the play. Right? We're still PvPing, we're still in the play, we're still fighting, right? I'm fine with that. And yeah, it's a 1 minute play, and ideally we don't make plays that are this long. Ideally. But after we're done, we insta recall. Beautiful. That's exactly what I want to see, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We make a play, and so we go out on the map, we hover for our teammates. Right? So this is the pattern I want to have. You know, 1 pixel. Again, you hover through the pixel. If it looks like nothing's gonna happen, we go side. Right? So 2 is farm. 3 is play. Like, this is normal, right? 4 is recall. Right? Reset. This is the normal pattern. Now, sometimes when you go out on the pixel, there's immediately going to be a play right here. So instead of farm, we skip the farm, and then we just do
play.
Reset.
Yeah.
Right? Make sense?
Yep.
Or play into farm into reset because you need money for an item. That's the main time I want. It's the only time I ideally see you break this rule. Okay? When you need to farm for an item. Especially on a champion like Sin, you can always make a play, really. You don't need more juice. So you see here, you made a play, you hover mid because you still feel healthy, you're contributing to this play. I just want you to be aware, I don't have my ultimate, so don't make a game winning or losing type of play.
Yeah, don't flash on anyone. I guess I don't have it.
I'm just saying, okay, be mindful of it. Be mindful. I don't have my ult. I don't want to necessarily do that. I'm not saying that you cannot. I'm saying that you should be mindful. Right? Without the ultimate, you're much weaker, so, you know. Doesn't really make sense to commit all your resources. So I see you're pinging your team back, and that's really good. And right now, ping, ping, ping. I don't want to fight this. I don't have my ultimate. I'm half HP. I'm chunked. I just want to go top, catch the wave, and then recall. That's what you want to do, right? So it's good. You need to let your teammates know that's what I want to do. And it's not bad if they force your hand, which is reasonable, right? You're gonna have to move when they force your hand. I don't blame you at all. Going to be a fight here. It's a bit of a mess because Rel was impatient, but you guys are still probably acing here. This angle is quite good, I'd say. See how if you were healthier, you probably would have sprinted in and killed fucking everyone. They actually get aced. That's kind of funny. I did not expect that. I actually thought we would kill them all, but to be fair, Arkaisa did die with nothing used. I do think if she used some of her spells and ults, she would have probably carried that fight. But that's okay. We go again. We go straight top here. So in this case, we go straight top because the wave is very close to our tower. So this is the exceptions. When there's a wave very close to our tower, I don't mind you farming first, saying, you know what, guys, I'm just not going to be there. Make sense? Farm, we move, as we hover, very good. In between those waves hovering, again, you tell me you watch my stream a lot, I can tell. Either that or you picked it up yourself, I don't know, but props to that. I love that. Great position to flank, get a nice W, start absolutely tearing shit up. Beautiful stuff. It's the best you can do. You know, you run in 1v3, stop their Nash, very good. 1v4 basically. They overcommit, why does this play go wrong for them?
For the enemies or us?
For the enemies.
Oh, yeah, they run into our
they're
tower.
Low on resources, right? You already fucked them here. They run into a fight, like willingly trying to pick it with lower resources. And you see how like the difference in their HP mattered, right? That these two would have potentially died, and then maybe she dies as well, right? Farms start coming in, etc., etc. So the thing is like this logic applies to both teams, and you can also leverage that against the enemy team. Oh, they've made a play already, and they're still bad resources. I can pick another fight.
Yeah.
Which is why in competitive play you sometimes see those games where it's like a total fucking clusterfuck, where it's like one team keeps running into the enemy team and dying over and over again because they're like, oh well, they made a play, so they're weak now, and then the enemy team runs into them again and they die again, and they're like, wait, they were supposed to be weak, but I guess they're so stronger than us.
Yeah, so it's almost like it's turn-based. Like I just have to wait for my turn, get my ultimate, and then run at them.
Yeah, no, League is absolutely a turn-based strategy game. The thing is, if I don't take a turn, you can keep taking as many as you want. The thing is to take a good, strong turn, one must prepare for that turn. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Everyone's got to
normally,
be on the same page.
well, ideally, but not even. It's like you need to be as prepared as possible because you need to carry the fight. Does that make sense? Like
Yep.
here, for example, like you're definitely on a different, right? Or you're on different pages, right? You're not necessarily on different pages, but the point is like this guy wants to fucking send it and power dive and play like a complete little psycho, and you're like hesitating a lot, right? Like, you're not here to take this tower, correct? Oh, sorry, you're here to take this tower, and that's about it. You want to recall and spend this 2,000 gold, right? Your body language is telling me that. You're not, like, posturing behind the tower, ready to follow up on this dive with W and shit like that. No. You end up casting a max range W, which was meaningful. I'm just saying. You weren't the guy trying to dive here. You're here for the tower, and then you want to back off. So just keep that, like, notion, keep that in mind, right? You use the ultimate with chunk, you're gonna base. You see what I mean? Like, there. Very nice. You go mid, you use your ultimate, and see this hesitation right here. No. I'm gonna zoom in on you. I'm gonna find it. Don't worry. Right here. See, you're leaving, and then you're like, yeah, maybe. You see all this? This is tiny, you know, like tiny.
Yeah.
Right here. Oh, that's a big maybe.
Yeah.
This is huge maybe. That is baiting your teammates, my friend, because you do not want to make that play. You have all the fucking dollars in the bank. In fact, everyone has all the money in the bank. If you guys went to fight here with all that money in the bank, you know, Kiana ulted and died, I would be very sad. So that's what I mean, like, you made a turn, and just because you didn't get exactly what you wanted out of your turn, it wasn't as good of a turn as you'd hoped, that doesn't mean that it was a bad turn. Because the question is if I take a turn, and you take a turn, and I get plus 100 gold, and you get plus 0 gold, then at the end of the day I still had a better turn than you. And a lot of people don't get that. They're like, well, I should have gotten 1,000 and I didn't get 1,000, so it's a problem. No, it's a problem if they get 1,000 and you only got 100. But if they get 0 and you got 100, that's still okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's see how we end the game here. And then, yeah, if you have long queues, you can already hop in queue. Like, actually, you can hop in queue already, it'll be more efficient for our time. Very nice. Just a small thing, but if you're fighting in the enemy base like this, it's like game-ending fight, probably go for it, yeah.
Yeah.
You know the ending line here, right? Combos. Now, which is very late. No, not even yet. Now, which I'm pretty sure if you popped it earlier, that would have been quite useful. Small thing. Keep in mind it does not have a cooldown when you... It does not stop going when you start getting resets and kills and stuff. But I'll be sharply. This game is pretty solid. I like what I saw. Alright, sweet. Let's get in game and let's...
Okay.
Let's try to evolve and work on some of the things that we discussed.
What do you think about the build I did last game? Or in that last game you watched?
Which is?
I did Sork Boots again. What do you think it would have been better to go like plated steel caps against the Kiana?
It really depends. Like, so the thing is like, I usually have to go plated steel caps or mercs in my matchup stop because I have to like walk past my opponent. But if you're not going to line against the guy at all, I mean, it's not wrong to, you know, buy damage. There's nothing wrong with that. Nice, you have a copy paste and everything. I respect that.
I take solo queue very seriously.
Nice. But yeah, I would say for the most part, it really is depending on how you feel. I think Sorks are very good and scale very well.
It feels really good getting Sorks like first. Like rushing Sork Boots, that magic penetration does so much damage with the ultimate too. And if my Darkstone's got a couple
things on it too. It's fantastic
too.
for damage. No, I think it's fantastic for damage. I'm just, you know, concerned that you can't play the game if you do that.
Yeah, well, I think there's some games where it's just like completely unviable. Like if they have any CC, I just can't. I have to go Merc Charge every time.
Yeah.
Or if they're all AD, it makes more sense to go plated steel caps. But
yeah, no, I also think it depends on the matchup because both times I was watching you playing against melee mids, and I think it makes a lot more sense against melee mids. But against range mids, I think it would be more useful on average to ignore those.
How about it?
Okay. These are the runes I do.
Yeah, no, I think your runes are fine.
Yeah, okay.
Just like I said, like I think if you're playing like a really hard line, I'm a big fan of doing double resistances. So you go like double armor or double Mara into like really rough lanes. Like the lanes that like are just gonna sit underneath your tower and hump you and just keep fisting you.
I don't know. I maybe it's just the rank I'm in. People don't really like punish me all that much. Like they kind of just let me farm under tower a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're comfortable with that, then again, I'm just sharing you technique. You know, I'm just sharing the knowledge. You're free to do with it as you like.
Okay.
Like stuff like spellbook TP is also interesting sometimes. Just think about it.
Yeah, I was watching like I think the highest rated Singed mid player. He's in Korea. He's like 1,000 LP challenge or something like that. I don't know exactly, but he's one of the better ones. And I was watching a lot of his games, and he runs Conqueror, and he just like fist fights all the time. So it's a completely different style from what I do.
100%, yeah. That's what I do top lane.
Yeah, I don't know. I just every time I've tried Conqueror, it just feels bad. Maybe like I'm just not used to it or something. I just can't
You have
make
to
it
be
work.
quite greedy with like how you play yourself, right? Like, you're more of a carry when you go Conqueror. It's more about like, you know, being strong enough to stay in a fight, stack Conqueror, and then get the value from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously great when you get it going, but I agree. If you're behind it, it is very, very mediocre. But, you know, Triumph's fantastic, Last Stand is fantastic, and then whatchamacallit is fantastic too, so it is very strong. So again, Zed, like I mentioned, right, you just want to think about it, like how much damage can I take? Can I walk up and start, you know, pushing the wave in his face? You know, like, not wave 1, but wave 2, you know, when wave 2 crashes, can I just put my body on the wave and then crash that or not?
I hear you.
You're ready to go.
I do that open every game. It's 2 pings,
why
then
not?
2 pings for ward, 1 for bot, 1 for the ward again.
If that works for you, I respect it.
Welcome to Summoner's
Or
Rift.
not to shake.
Thirty seconds until minions spawn.
Mix, mix, swirl, mix.
Come on. Okay.
Not too shabby.
On my way.
Glad that he actually dropped the ward.
Have spawned.
If he didn't, it would be a little bit of a disaster face checking that.
Most likely.
So I like waiting here, waiting for him to blow his Q, and then I can walk up and hit the wave.
I think that makes sense, but what makes him use Q?
I don't know, they just typically like blow it.
Alright. I mean, yeah, in this case, he probably will press it. But here, like, you can also just tank the Q and take 3 melee creeps, right? So it's not the end of the world. Juicy. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, let me make sure I record your POV so I can review it properly.
To shake or not to shake.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Put your body on wave 2 and if he freezes this, he loses so much health doing it. Mm-hmm. This is exactly the strategy I was mentioning earlier. And then here you just go ahead and walk into the river and you start hovering. Just like, investigate. A bot lane's non-gankable. I don't think you can do anything bot.
No?
I think your bot lane. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, if you want to force
It's still
that,
level
you can.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just worthwhile going back mid here. I don't think it makes sense to fully force that yet, personally. But hey, if you
Yeah.
think that level 1 to 2 you can do that, like, I don't fucking know.
I do it quite a bit, but if they're still level 1.
I mean, again, I think if you have like a melee support or something that's not melee Jhin, I'd be down. But I feel like melee Jhin will be hard to pull off. The lane gang.
Oh shit.
Not too shabby. I think one more Q flashes here trades 1. Yeah, not too shabby. I'll take that.
On my way.
Oh, the wave's still in a good spot.
Okay. Don't forget the ping summoners, right? Big deal.
Oh, who blew what? Both of them, I think?
Yeah, everything. Ignite as well. As far as I'm aware he ignited you as well. But you're not pinging if you're not sure.
It's nearly time.
Nice.
I'm just thinking of hard shoving the next one because he probably wants to reset.
Yeah, I like it a lot. He wants to reset, and of course, like, not only are you going to deny him the next wave, you can also jail him potentially, and then obviously the other alternative, which is
Go bot.
you can just move. Yeah. This will be
Yeah.
his wave bot. Looks interesting.
Oh,
Nice dodge. You got -1, so that's nice. Nice. And we're just gonna drop that 1 CS. Beautiful. And let's just get going. I love that. So turn on your sweeper here. You know, like, always have the habit. You have 2 sweepers. Just turn it on. See if there's anything going on here. There's not. Start picking. Like, you're almost already going all in here. I like that. I'm just gonna go for the fish. Nicely done. No, we go mid here because
Yeah,
he's
okay.
still weak, so it's okay for you to catch the wave, push next, and then you're fine. Because again, like he could stay here, but if you both stay and you can just like you can kind of just lane and just suffer slowly, and that's okay. If you had to raid a Dirk, I would want you to base first. Does that make sense? If you
Sort
had
of.
already based, I would want you to base. Does that make sense?
Oh.
Actually, I would have preferred you to let him recall, but honestly, it's not that bad. I'm just like, because I want to push the next wave real bad. Real bad. Oh, he based anyway. Honestly, then it was great. Because he should stay and push this wave. Yeah, you should push that wave.
Yeah, I
I
was just
really
thinking.
want you to prioritize your own timings rather than his timings. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Just in that instance right there, I was thinking of doing like a bit of a fakey, like pretending to recall, because if he thinks I recalled, then he wouldn't contest the wave.
Yeah, but the thing is, he can jail you because you have no mana, and he has infinite resource. That's like, kind of scary.
What do I do
I like
here?
Ruby Crystal thingy. I mean, either that or you go tier 2 shoes and white. It's up to you. Ruby Crystal cloth armor is fine for me, though. I don't mind it at all. Like, it's either going into Jackshaw, or if you feel like you want Taba, you can grab them, right? Stake steel caps, whatever. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna go... Like, I like being efficient with my purchases, especially on a champ like Singed. You can also grab a Dorn's Ring. So this is something that a lot of Singed players would do, is like they grab like a Dorn's Ring or like a Dark Seal later. They go either or first. Yeah. Zed is missing, but I don't think he's sick, so I don't think it's too scary. But good habit to ping that anyway. And here, you're gonna have to lane against him.
It's nearly time.
Which is fine. You know, at this point, I don't think he's strong enough to really fuck with you yet. So again, like I mentioned, right? Do you wanna roam on this wave that's coming at the tier 3 right now? Is this the wave that we're gonna start moving? Is it the next wave? You know, like what summoner spells we use top lane? This is really important because I think top lane matchup influencing that one is big this game.
Not to shake.
I guess I just shove the next wave then? I don't know.
Yeah, I like it. I think it makes sense. Like
Oh, he's
obviously you
getting
don't have to
frozen
go
on.
top. I just want you to think about it, right?
Opa, that hurt.
No, that's okay. We have plants in the river as well, so you can just go to any given plant and just go yank that. Nice. So here you can just go to either river, there should be a plant. And again, sweeper on. Yeah, that's fine, you can't do anything there. No, I just want you to have the habit of, ideally you check the bush if there's a pink, you don't sweep, but hey, small thing, right? Just, I want you to have a habit as you're walking into the river, turn your sweeper on. Just like that. Boom. Yeah, now you cleared the vision, you know? Like, again, if you replaced it, that's okay, but now you also know there's no vision here, so, you know what I mean? Like, now you know for your next timing there's no vision there. If that looks interesting, you can absolutely go for the play. Yeah, no, don't be shy, join it. You know, if that looks good, like right now, Predator on, ult on, we're going. Like, this is definitely an ult angle, right? This guy's already fucking dead. Good night. Probably don't need to use W, we know he has no flash.
Alright.
We're just gonna go for the bot lane double then.
Oh, shoot. I get this. Damn.
To shake or not to shake.
Yeah, so the second time you do this, but we'll go over that in the review, don't worry. I don't want to stress you out. Yeah, they should be going mid here, they're autopiloting.
I was hoping he would go mid there.
Yeah, they're autopiloting. It's really bad from them going straight bot, to be fair. Here, if you want to go thingy again, I don't mind. Like, Sorks again, like, I'm down, bro.
Yeah? Okay.
I mean, they have Sejuani, so it's up to you. Like, if you think Sejuani's too much by yourself, Mercs are very good this game, but I'm down for, like, I love the Sorks, man. I'm just saying, like, I'm not used to being able to do it. 1 for 1, always down. 1 for 0, even better. Moo. Love that.
Ooh, this looks pretty good top. Do I think I
Yeah,
just run straight?
go straight. But yeah, go straight. If you show mid and then push, this guy will only die if he is stupid.
Ooh. I'm ghosting.
I'm already ghosting. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I'm fucking going. Like, I'm fucking zooming. Lovely stuff.
Oh,
Alright,
he's
he's dead
dead.
on my screen. Yeah, he's dead on my screen. Don't use W, don't use W.
Oh,
don't
oh,
use
sorry. Alright.
W. We'll go over that though. A little fling into the Kiana Q and good night. Careful. If you into that would have been pissed. Take over the next wave. Take
the wave?
Push her. Yeah.
Okay.
Take mana, brother. She has no tools to push the wave. So you're gonna
Push the
take
next
over
one
this
too,
and
you
the next
think?
wave. It depends if it crashes or not. So you have to make a judgment call there.
On my way.
I think I'll just go...
Make sure this top wave crashes, yeah? So just go push it. Yeah, just push it. It's okay. Zed will not carry the game, don't worry. Help the homies out. Alright, now you can move. Kiana's got the rest of this. All good.
It's nearly time.
So again here, normally we base, we're in good resources. And do you remember like gank round lane? Right now, he has no ult, no ignite, right?
Yeah.
Go behind him with ult, can you kill him? Maybe. It's up to you. He's doing Drake, right? So it depends. If you like this angle, yes or no, it's up to you, right? If you think you ult here, kill him, up to you. No, that's fine. We're using Sejuani's timing, this is really good.
Opa.
Oh! She griefed it. We love that. Don't forget to use your potions.
Yeah.
What's we call instant. I mean, okay, let's catch some of the wave here, yeah. So recalling in the range is perfect. You have a... Yeah, you're chilling.
Oh, he wants me. Okay.
I mean, if you want to, use W underneath yourself, and it's like a 1-for-1 at best, right?
I don't know about this. I should just reset.
Yeah, that's okay if you feel that way. I think you could have, like, I think you could have been he could have gone on you, and I mean, I guess you lose Dark Soul stacks, so it's not that great, but it's fine. Like, he uses ult, we don't care. Let's just go back out on the map again. We're gonna have timing on the next wave, right? So now the 35 wave is coming. We're gonna be able to game again. You feel me? So don't worry about it. And again, a little repeat top, maybe a bot angle. You stop moving. Probably could want to creep on the mini map. I hate that you can do that. I like this. Just go back mid. I don't want you to commit. I don't want you to commit, right? You're not fools.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna
if you're
commit.
going all in like this, you commit, right? That's definitely the case. I'm just saying, like, if they don't go all in like this, you wouldn't commit because you have no tools. We'll do. Nice one. Solid stuff. Alright. We're healthy, so we can go back mid. Like, we can go to mid. Cannon tax, I respect it.
I can kill him, maybe.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's use our tools. Maybe this is one you won't camp us again. That'd be nice. Don't use W, okay?
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay.
What
It was
do I
good.
do?
Good.
Nice.
I agree. Nice. Alright, let's push this wave and reset. So, make sure we cross this wave. Alright, so what I want you to do is, when you have Predator active and you're going to reach the guy without using W, I want you to not use it.
Use it more like in combat to lock him down.
Well, it's more like, okay, can I reach him if I don't... Oh, this guy... Basically, it's not about that necessarily. It's just, like, think of it this way. I can reach him without using W. So don't use W. You can use W in combat to, like, cut off his escape after he's tried to escape. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. But I'll show you in the replay. It'll be easier to see.
Oh, I think I kill him. Oh, shoot. I think he's
Might
one
be
back.
back over this wall. Yeah, we don't know.
I don't know where he is.
Yeah, he might just be out. I think he might have W'd in the bush you're standing next to. He might have like place the W in it and then tip the cone over and W back, but doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we can push this next wave and then we can make a play over out.
That sucks.
Don't worry.
Oh my god, he's big. He can
He's
mess me up.
insanely fed, yeah.
Holy shit.
We cannot fuck with that.
Okay. He did the thing that you were talking about, where he just pushes the mid wave when I rotate.
Yep. Gets big and then now he's gonna make his own plays.
Oh, okay. I gotta move.
If you walk into him, he's gonna kill you, so be mindful. But yeah, I agree. Just pop your Predator and go. Let's fucking go. Zed is coming, and it's a problem. Wait, Zed's not here? Kill his fucking... Yeah, kill his bitch. Walk.
Oh, right, I did the thing again.
No, like, in this case, I'm okay with it, honestly. Like,
I think he messes us up.
yeah, he fucked it up big time. Just drop it. I agree. Let them figure it out. Oh, back things. Yeah, they're dead as fuck. I don't think I can count them.
Ooh, I probably should have just reset.
It's okay, now you can just commit to staying and catch the wave, it's not a biggie. Yeah, there, Mido's just dead, like, Jin just has to let that slide. Like, there's just nothing to do about that. Zed is there, like, their whole family is there.
Think I stay for the next one?
Never.
No?
Nope, I never would. But hey, you can, at this point you got cancelled, so it's not the end of the world. Like, normally I would just recall ASAP, get my Jack Show, get ready for this Drake. That's what I would want to do normally, but in this case, it's okay to cancel your base because you've cancelled anyway, and you won't make it for the Drake anyway. So it's like, whatever, probably just give it.
You think there's a Machai's angle here?
Yeah, if you want to take the risk. I think Jack Show's the safe play though, so it's up to you. If you're feeling spicy, you can definitely go for Magi's here instead. If you think you're gonna have a very positive fight, you know, you're gonna stack it up right now.
Well, this looks good.
It is good. I think it looks okay. Zed is gonna collapse. So
There's still 2 top though.
yeah, no, I'm down. It's just right now it's not great yet. It'll be great soon.
I think I can do
It's
this.
not there yet either. It's 3v3 right now. Yeah, this W is okay.
Okay.
Care for Zed. We need to mark that guy. Hover mid, I like it. Nice, Zed through. Maybe we can collapse. Ghost angle 100%. I'm so down. Alright. Don't use W. Ooh, there it is again.
Oh, shoot.
Fine. You got the Nami flash, it's okay.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay.
It's not the end of the world.
Didn't see their HP.
It's okay, don't worry. It's fine. So, the reason why I want you to stop using W like that is, think about it this way. If you flash flip him, and he's behind you, and you still have W to place him somewhere, good chance you can catch up and fling him again. But if you use W first, and then fling him, and then he uses his escape, you have no juice left. Make sense?
Yeah.
This is what we're trying to avoid by not using our W so quickly. So especially when you have so much movement speed, is just be a little bit more greedy with that W. You know, like, you hold it. You can catch up by running at them. You don't have to W. So when someone else can follow up on your fling, I don't mind using W. You just need to get in range, right? That's all you need to do. But when your fling is the only CC we have working with, you should fling first and then W, so you can catch up when he's running. That's the idea.
It's nearly time.
So, I was gonna push that wave, but I thought it'd be better
It's a
just
risk.
to reset.
Yeah, it's a risk.
And go for
yeah. I agree.
Go for
Still
Herald.
could have been there. If that's there, you're gonna get fucked, so.
Yeah.
You want to avoid getting screwed. And again, look at your Mumu, look at your Kiana, there's no one here yet, right? So be mindful, play it slow. Take those pings, it's okay. Same thing here, if you have to follow up, you can W first. Like right now, you can W that Lucian and go, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? This is good W. Because if you hit fling, you will die to a Mumu, right? Assuming Mumu wants to kill him, I don't know why he didn't. Alright, let's go on Zed. Let's just make sure we focus on the Zed here. Alright, let's just get out. That's fine. Zed is too strong, so we're just gonna go top here, couple of nothing more to be done. I don't think we can get him. I mean, maybe you could have gone back in and flung him into Jin, and maybe you can kill him, but I don't know. Looks sketchy as fuck.
Enemy double kill.
Zed is mid, so we can push this way. That's nice.
On my way.
Once we got a level 11, that's a big spike. There, I mean, I do think Lucian was dead. But here you could potentially go for the top tier one because it's low, but
He thinks, yeah, okay.
I mean, going TP on your head, but
There's still like,
really good vision top.
yeah, there's still, they want probably a reset on the enemy team.
Keep in mind, Sejuani can also just run top and be annoying, so keep that also in mind. So if you don't want to take the risk at all, save your stacks, you can also just recall here. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like illegal for you to punch this a bit, and then just recall next to it.
Was that bad right there? Recalling? Because I'm telegraphing that I'm recalling.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, obviously recalling. What else are you going to do?
Yeah.
Push one more, I guess, is the only option, right? So I think it's okay. Obviously buy whatever you want.
So I'm thinking Rylai's this game because I have a lot of damage on my, Kiana, Jin.
Yeah, no, I like Rylai's. Also
And then I
a lot of
can,
melees on the enemy
and
team.
they're also quite gashy, like all of them around a lot.
Makes sense.
Okay. I'm thinking of holding my cooldowns until Dragon.
I like that, but sometimes killing someone before Drake is the best way to get one. They're Jin during comp, so we're going to take over mid, right? Very simple stuff. Nice and easy.
Oh.
It's okay. Do your best not to lose your whole health bar.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't fuck with that. Just follow him a little bit. You know, you see Jin's catching top? Don't let Zed just get a one-shot there for free.
I'm not saying walk into him and die. I'm saying, you know, just hover. You know, right
Just
now, go to
hover, yeah.
safe way. Go to safe way. Yeah. Just make
I
sure
think
that he can.
he's back, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, just make sure that he doesn't die.
I think there's a big collapse angle here. I'm gonna run at him.
Sure, yeah, sure. I like it. See what I mean? Like right now, you use W, but you could just run at this Nami without flash, and you didn't need to use W at all, and you could have just flung her. But that's okay. Not a biggie. Maybe? Boom. Alright. We're a bit low, so probably just take the plant here. I think you probably need to base. I mean, can you defend even if you base? That's what I'm worried about. If you go top, don't you get fucked?
I get a guaranteed dragon here, I guess. Not guaranteed,
You
it's
go
high
both here and start
probability.
pushing. I would just start pushing both.
Yeah?
After Drake, of course.
Okay.
Just make sure you get this W to Sedge. Yep.
Ah, that sucks.
Saving our fling for her would have been good though. Make sure that she dies. Just go both, go both. We can't try. Why is he making you do that? I think she has way better chances defending, but it's fine. Not a biggie though. All good.
Mix, swirl, mix. On my way.
He's probably spending his gold, but he could technically make a play mid if he wants to.
It's nearly time.
Okay, I don't know what to do here.
Just push top. If you don't know what to do, push top.
I think I'll just meet them though, because I know Zed's gonna be rotating. I don't know about this.
Okay, well, just keep in mind, if you get collapsed on and die, then you lose Baron potentially, right? So
Yeah.
I prefer you just push top and just send it. Now, well, now we just collapse on Nami, right? When we didn't ult, that doesn't look very appealing anymore.
Okay. That sucks. Okay.
Don't worry about it. Let's catch top wave.
On my way.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Nice. Good of you.
Oh. Right buttons.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I mean, maybe if you commit with Ghost. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but it's not impossible. Nice
Alright.
step. Diana's going, so let's follow. Very good. Run her down, she flashes, you W her after a flash. There, if you wanted to kill her, you could have, right? Playing action? Swan.
Shit.
Best you can do, brother. He's either dead or he's not. We don't know.
Got it.
Nice. Big one. But you see what I mean? Like on the Nami there, so she flashes because you're on top of her, and then, well, after a flash, what happens?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because it would just
You
be...
W her. She's
W.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously, recognizing when that is the play and when that isn't the play is going to be something that you're going to need to practice. But I noticed that that's something that you're not even considering, and I'd like you to. I like Medjay's here. Fuck it. You need a miracle to win this game. So if you want to say fuck it, like no matter what I buy, I'm going to need like a multi-kill. I think it makes sense.
Nice.
Big plays. But I really like the fight. You see also your patience with your W instead of using it on Nami and trying to collapse on her. You saved it. Actually came in super handy when Zed got caught in CC and then you W'd underneath him and he couldn't fucking move, right? So just, it is one of your best spells. And just because, like, don't get me wrong, like when you're running someone down and you're trying to focus down the Lucian and you fling him into an Amumu Q or a Kiana combo, it's obviously going to be great, right? Sometimes when you're the first person going, it can be better just run at them, fling them first. If you have that time, right? Don't always, but you get the idea. Let's pop our ult here. Same idea. We run him first. He W'd. Now we can use W to catch up. Oh, in this case he has flash, so he made it over the wall, but you get that idea. Nice, I like that. Keep it nice and simple. First, focus on the first target. Good playing. Really nice. Can't move your champ.
Opa. That's an ideal.
That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Let's just back up and defend the next use.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just demonic always. Just hope we get there. Yep, exactly what I mean, right? So using W like that when you're trying to catch someone and you have no follow-up is good. Yeah, it's okay, don't worry about it. We play this game pretty alright. Except for like I said, right, we missed I think we missed like 1 or 2, maybe 3 kills by not using our W. Or by using it too early, but otherwise I think it's okay. Alright, let's go over it.
Okay. Hoping I'd win that one. I think I demoted from Masters, I think.
Oh.
That's okay.
I think you played pretty well, though, for the most part.
Thank you.
Like I said, like you were making timings and stuff. Like you had good timings, you made good stuff. Let me see.
Okay.
This. All right.
I'm just
gonna
go to the
if you
bathroom
can see my screen.
real quick.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
A lot of water.
Yeah, no worry.
Okay, I'm back.
You're back. Welcome back.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. You push in wave 2, right? You hover, sweep the river here. Just like I want you to have this habit, right? Like right now, you have two sweepers, right? So what's the maximum amount of sweeps you can have?
2.
Yeah, so might as well press it.
Yep.
And get it on cooldown, right? Just sweep this area. Maybe there's a ward in there. Who knows? Maybe you got ganked because they saw a ward, right? We get lane ganked, which is kind of a force, but Mumu reacts well, takes a kill. Not bad. Come back, push him in, he kind of gets jailed. We find a hover bot, and you see what I mean, right? So right now, do you catch up if you just walk like this? Do you catch up to Nami, yes or no? If you run like this, and she keeps running
You
down.
do.
Right, so what is going to happen is you're going to walk at her, she's going to have to flash, and then you W when she flashes, and you just flip her.
Yeah.
And then she has no flash, and she's dead. But instead, we W, and now she has a way to walk where, again, this W was fine, right? Because you could catch up, like you made sure the W was placed in a way where she couldn't flash, right?
Yeah.
These W's early game tend to be much better because they don't have movement speed from boots, they don't have like abilities that give them movement speed increases yet, etc., right? But just as the game goes on, it starts getting a little less efficient because people start being able to escape your W much easier with higher movement speed.
Yep.
Because they have boots, because they have some movement speed buffs, whatever, right? So here you react the bot, same idea. You're going to catch the solution if you just cut him off?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so this tool can be saved to kill other people.
Yep.
So instead of like aiming for he's going to run, just run him down, right? And run him down right now, right click him on his head, right? You literally right click on his head and you'll still catch him, right? That's like, right? So you just right click on his head and save our W, and then we use our W to kill this guy, maybe kill this guy, whoever, right? Because in this case, for example, Sejuani tries to walk past you, right? But in this case, if you still had W, you could finish him off, tag, and when we starts going on him, maybe you can W here on him instead. In this case, Nami gets to live too. Like I said, right? Like you tag this guy, he's dead. W on this bitch, you catch up, maybe you kill her too. Right now, see? Maybe not. I'm just saying the idea is there, and that's what I want you to pay attention to. Same idea here, right? Like Wing here, you're going to catch up if you run at her, right? If she runs away, you're going to catch up. If she runs this way, you're going to catch up. So save that big, all-important cooldown. So important. This is the main reason your champ is OP.
Yeah.
In combat. So here I just wanted to make sure, like, if you gank a lane and kill someone, if you don't actually push the wave and crash it properly, then your Kiana's getting no advantage from this play. So that's why I was saying it's a big deal. Small thing here, but if we're entering champion combat, have the habit of pressing 2 on your keyboard, right?
Yeah.
Burn those potions. Other than that, honestly, a bit lucky that she missed her Q there, but nicely done. Managed to get a kill and stay here. Just a small thing here, but I think if you let him go on you with your potion sticking and all this stuff, as soon as you ding it here, boom, right? If he goes on you and you place a nice W underneath him, I do think that you can trade a 1-for-1, and that would be quite worthwhile. But at the end of the day, you do have a lot of stacks, so I get that you don't want to do it. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. Get our item, we hover into bot here, and we full commit. Because like I said, like here, hovering into bot, I love this. I love this loop around. You know, you don't have to instantly go mid and push it. You can just loop around, then push mid, then come back here. But you've already taken the turn to take vision, so it's really good. I actually really like this. Just keep in mind, the idea is to take vision, go into mid, like just sweep around, like literally, right? Sweep, boom, into mid, push mid, and then back into bot because we have the vision taken now, right? That's why, like, I want you to have the habit of going mid here. But again, if they're gonna fucking send their ults and dash and shit, of course we're gonna go and piss on their cornflakes. Yet again, are you gonna collapse on this guy and catch him if you don't use W right now? If you cut him off?
Yep.
So we could save it for when he flashes away from us. Whatever. You feel me?
Yep.
You see here, he makes it out of the grounding, and we have to like not kill him. Well, he ends up dying because we snipe him. But let's say he has flash there, flashes last bullet, he is out. You know, he made it out. When in reality, he should never be allowed to. Same idea here. Are we gonna catch up to this guy if we just run him the fuck down? Right now, in the position he's in, is there anywhere he can run that you won't catch him with Predator active and you burn your ult?
Don't think so. No.
If I look at your movement speed, it probably says like 4 something, right? 460 something. If you pop ult, it might get closer to 5. I don't know. Something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's less than that. I'm assuming it's somewhere there because you have like celerity and shit. But you get the idea, right? He's not going to go anywhere. So you get on top of him, fling him, then he dashes, and then, well, you W where he dashed.
Yeah.
And then you will fling him again.
Sense. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
It's a 2 fling type angle. No, don't worry about it. You know, I get it. It's just like here, it's hard for you to actually have enough damage to kill him in 1 fling, right? So now he's gone, and we have no W, no fling, we have nothing. We're just stuck. And the other small thing is that here, obviously, after you fling him, you would probably, like, the better way to play this is probably to fling him towards a shadow.
Yeah.
It's a bit silly, but it's just that specific, right? You'd fling him towards a shadow, and you'd, like, he'd be stuck here, and you just basically attack him with red buff and just kind of punt him. Small thing, but I think there was a chance to kill him. Same situation here. We panicked here and used our W to try and save him, but really what we should have done is pop our Ghost right now. Pop Ghost, and again, are we going to catch him if we had Pop Ghost right now and just run him down?
Probably, yeah.
I'd say there's a chance. It's not 100%, but I'd say it's a pretty good chance, right? He still needs to stand still and do some burst damage right now if we Pop Ghost and just start sprinting him down. Good chance we'll catch him down the line and we'll just kill him. Now, keep in mind also, small thing, but he ends up escaping here, which is Smooge, because he W's back. Or R's back, I don't know which one. Yeah, either way, it's fine. Like I said, I think here what he did was he planted a W in this bush. I actually don't know if you can see it with sweep, but like something tells me he like W'd in this bush. Actually, there's no energy. He didn't. He did something else. I don't know what he did. I think he might have just made it. I think he might have just made it running down. I think we just didn't see him. Like this. I think he just ran out. Yeah, he ran out. I think he just ran out. It's either that or he planted a W over the bush. I don't know which one. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So here we move the play first. We move, same idea. We're going to catch the fish if we don't use W?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so don't use it. Don't need to.
Yeah.
Right? And right now we could W right underneath this guy, and then we could just, like, fuck him up a bit. You know, like, again, if you want to fight, you should keep in mind, you have the tool. How you use it, up to you. You ask me if I should recall or not. Again, you want to make it for this Drake, ideally. If you don't make it, that's okay. Move mid here, and again, are we going to catch the Z if we don't use W? We have Ghost up, we have ult, like we have Ghost up. We're gonna catch him if we don't use our thingy. W. Just assume that we're sprinting past Nami here, right? Getting movement speed from her. Like it's either like maybe you just agree, I won't, but maybe we'll just kill Nami then, right? And just fling Nami and save our W for the fight. That's okay too. Right. Try not to tunnel vision too much on killing that guy. Our champs are good against them, believe it or not. So here I actually really like. So this is a good W, right? W. There should be an Amumu Q right now, flying on this guy's forehead. Boom, he's one shot, right? Good W. I'm just going through the game, don't worry. You can queue up, by the way. Again, I'm just going to put the emphasis on this game for the W usage, right? And the next game, we're going to focus on W usage and decision making. But I really want to work on this W thing because it's going to help you kill people. And that's a big deal. Because you're trying to kill people all the time. And guess what? Because you have this habit of Wing first, you start doing shit like this. And don't get me wrong, I was like this too, and I realized, dude, I'm trolling. I'm always using my W first, and it's such a good spell, I should save it a bit more.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like, it turns into this kind of clusterfuck. And this again, that is a good W. Why? Because you're not killing him yourself with the fling. You're killing him. The people that follow up will kill him, right?
Yeah.
And that's a different topic. Is when someone that follows up is going to kill him. That's different from when you're going to kill them. Yeah. For some reason, my fucking thingy, my mouse hit the, you know, this Windows thing, like when it's in the corner of your screen where it like.
Oh, it's the bottom right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened. So whatever. And yeah, here it's like you said, like I don't know what to do. Well, if you don't know what to do and your team's playing the game on the opposite side, you can just run it down and keep pushing. Like, fuck it. It's not illegal. Either way, we move to collapse. It's not really possible. She's just too strong at this point, unfortunately. It's just really rough. Yeah, we didn't cancel his base either. We did get a nice W. Again, this W is great. I love these Ws when there's people behind me to follow up. But when I'm just trying to, you know, it's just me or it's like a small skirmish, it doesn't really work. So you see here, holding our W, the power. Again, like I said, right? So you run up to this Nami, right? And right now, she flashes. Well, if you W right here, is she going to die or is she going to die?
Yeah, she's gonna die. Do you think in this instance I should have pursued her?
No, I think what you did was the perfect play, which
Okay.
is you zoned her off the fight. Now it's an equal, like now it's an outnumbered fight. Now it's an equal number fight because this guy comes in, he gets ulted, you save your W. Look at that. Look at how much, like, you literally had so many seconds of CC chain, right?
Yeah.
Because you W into fling and he just couldn't fucking move his champ, and because you played it that well, he actually ends up dying. Now if you didn't have W, I guarantee you he would have just, RW'd and got the fuck out there, and then he would have just kited you guys and murdered you, right? So again, really happy that we got to see the value of holding W in those fights. Same situation here. Like, obviously, right now, if you were a little bit crisper and, like, W'd him right now and you catch him, like, right here, there's, like, a goo, that would have been great. Unfortunately, that he flashed out. But again, the next step is to be really ready for that first escape so you can cut off their chances of flashing out.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like, Zed used W out, flashed out, and you're still fighting, right? So now, not only did you force Zed to flash and W out, you still have W and E to fight in this area. Now, you're losing this fight because we're really far behind, but you get the value, right? You hold the pressure of you having W, made him use valuable spells. And we ended up losing a 2 versus 5, literally, right? Because Jin's ulting or whatever, I think he's ulting, like, Jin's fucking ulting, and we're 4 people on this guy's screen, and we're still losing to Gwen, right? Because they're really fed. But you get the ideas. Zed hasn't contributed to this fight because he's used all his spells to run. This is all he contributed because you just ran at him and pressured the fact that you're going to use W on him. Does that make sense? Beautiful. So let's drive that home in this next game, and then I'm going to continue looking at your decision making. I just want to make sure that we're looking at that. And like I said, I think your decision making is quite sound, to be fair with you. So no stress when it comes to that. Like watching the games that you play and stuff, I like what you're doing. Just like a small thing is like just a bit more discipline.
Nice. Got mid again.
Pop chat.
How about a drink?
How about a drink? So I love that he has like 5 voice lines. Fucking singed.
So I'm thinking this game might be maybe a demonic angle instead of Rylai's.
Okay.
My reasoning is that they have Zac, Fiora, and Thresh. They're all like kind of HP stackers, I guess. Not really like big HP stackers like tanks, but I would get more value out of it. Although I don't know. Maybe it would be worthwhile getting Rylai's against Jhin and Fiora.
I mean, I think both items are really good, honestly. I buy them every game, and then I buy Mythic according to how I feel. So, honestly, it's up to you. It's how you feel. I think they're all good, so whatever you feel comfortable with. I don't think there's much of a build science there, personally.
Nearly time.
I think in some games there is. I think in a game like this, Rylai is great against Fiora. It's pretty good against Zac, I think. And then, like, obviously Demonic is just more damage, so it's whatever.
I guess it also would be good because I have a Kindred and a GP. So, especially the Kindred because I can play around her and help people.
Yeah. For sure, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think also it depends on how much gold you have. Like, if you have Blasting Wand, Ruby Crystal, whatever, right? Or Giant's Belt, whatever, and then you have enough money for Demonic, maybe you only want to finish the item, maybe you don't.
Oh, okay. That might be an angle.
Another.
Right here.
It's a banger of a level 1 here.
If they're 5-stack like this, I usually pick up Q to gas them, all 5,
Yeah,
which I
I'm
think
fine
is the
with that.
correct move.
I'm okay with that.
I think they might be starting our blue.
They may be indeed.
On my way.
Okay, they see me coming this way, though.
Wow, we've only just met, and I'm already.
I hear you. Nearly time. shake or not to shake.
This Bing chilling farming creeps.
First blood. An enemy has been slain.
On my way. I hear you.
Oh, nice, got it.
Big. Don't forget the rank. You have 2 points now, so you can do both. I like that you're patient with it, though.
I wonder what she's doing.
It's nearly time.
Oh, she
Amazing.
TP'd.
Oh, okay. I mean, this is a very comfortable lane so far.
To shake or not to shake.
It'd be nice to pick up a pink ward if I ever want to gank bot, so I could throw it on with Fresh Lantern.
I mean, look at some of the spells used, right? Do you need it? Because if there's not enough flashes and stuff, you can just W it.
Oh, he did flash.
My
Okay.
way.
Yeah, the pink is nice. It's just not necessary if you play Sin. It's Sin specific, but you can just ground it instead.
Can you ground the Lantern?
Lantern? Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, really?
As far as I'm aware, yeah. I mean, you're not allowed to take any dashing effects, like use any dashing effects, and as far as I'm aware, it's considered to be one.
I did not know that.
Like, it doesn't interrupt your lantern, but you can put it on top of the lantern.
Do they? Okay, they're going. Okay, Zach might be here.
On my way.
Okay.
You tried your best.
I don't think Zach was there. I don't know why they... That's weird. Okay.
Seraphine was there, that's why I think they just sent it.
I hear you.
Ally has been slain.
It's nearly time.
I think you do something with Kindred, you can go top.
Has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Oh, yeah.
Face to your heart's content.
Opa.
I mean, yeah, if the guy gets hit like that, then it's a bit awkward, I agree.
Maybe. No. Okay.
I'm confused what the hell just happened. Like, I just ran up to, like, literally assumed Zac wasn't going to press his buttons or what. Like, I guess you could have W'd the Zac-y, but I feel like that's a bit, like, unnecessary.
Yeah, he had flash too, I think.
Like, you know, when he channels E, you can W underneath him and cancel it.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, so maybe that's the angle, but I don't know. I think you should just dodge. Like, after, like, basically, I want you to W on the Zac-y, and then he can't move his champion. You know?
He's dead.
I think you can fight with Brand, though, no?
I don't have ult.
I think it's okay. You have the thingy moving too. Pop Ghost, get in there. It looks good. Dino's no flash.
Beautiful. Uh-oh. I think I can
Still
do
winnable,
this.
still winnable. Fight together, fight together, fight together. We can win, we can win. Dragon is on your team right now. Holy shit. See?
Beautiful.
Just because you don't have ult doesn't mean the fight is good, you know? Like, the fight they're taking, very illegal.
Oh, he wanted to.
That's his problem. Push out the wave, reset, and we'll just game again. So there, like the concept of why the fight is good is because they use all their spells to kill Kindred, right? So they're out of spells to keep fighting. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Smile. Mix, swirl.
Ally has been slain.
On my way. It's nearly time.
Might be an angle.
To shake or not to shake.
Maybe.
I like that you're looking. No, we'll just bounce back and forth. I mean, obviously you're gonna have your item soonish, so remember that. Hovering for the crab here is nice for Kindred, just to make sure. See Zac and Kindred in the river, so good to have a look there.
Okay.
Alright, so.
On my way. I hear you.
Stand ready.
It's nearly
Enemy
time.
has been slain.
I want to push the next one. I'm gonna go for demonic.
Sure, why not?
To shake.
This is how the game works if there's no action, you know? You just
Yeah.
cover every wave. If you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, you can't, you know? But you just push every wave, and you just hover whichever side, and you just make it unplayable for them, you know? Like, the enemy team can't trade. Like, they literally can't fight back because you're always there. So here, I like to do back ping, you know? Like, back ping, guys, I'm basing, careful. Communicate, you know? Back ping on the mid wave, you know? Like, I'm not fighting here, I'm not here, careful.
An enemy has been slain.
Nice. You know, just make it clear. I'm not on the map, you know. Careful, guys. If you guys do Drake or you fight bot or stuff like that, I'm not there. You know, that's what the back pings mean.
On my way. I hear you.
Might get ulted here.
Not bad. I think your W could have been a bit better, but I'll take it. I think maybe you could have gone for more by flash flipping Jin, but I'm okay with it. Like W the Jin, like aim for Jin there, and then flash flip Jin, but it's all good. It's not a biggie. Push mid, and then maybe we can even translate straight into top. So it's one of my favorite things to do, is just run straight top now. Just start harassing top, but obviously I don't know if it's like viable. And maybe basing is better, but just basing in the side is also very good. So if you look at her HP, I don't know how healthy she is. You need to look at Fiora's HP to know if you can do something here or not. Zac might be coming as well, so be mindful. But here, maybe a well-placed W can end her here. Oh my. Look at that. And we just recall here, we're done. I mean, obviously, maybe you can take
I want to recall a division, ideally.
can
Maybe
stuff
I could probably rotate back mid and get more farm.
Oh, fuck these guys, fuck these guys. Fuck mid, kill them. They're griefing. Do you get an assist on Wing the blobs? I actually don't know. You don't? I thought so.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah. This idea of, like, I can get more farm right now, it's like, it's okay if you get the plate, right? Because you get the plate. Because the plates are falling off. But, like I mentioned, you don't want to have this habit, because right now, your ultimate's back up, you have Predator, you push this wave, the only thing you can do is take the plate or base. Whereas if you based and then moved out, you'd be able to readjust, right? You could make a different play. You could react to what's happening on the map. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, this isn't terrible if you're like, yeah, I did this because I want to grab my Medjai's money, because you have Medjai's right now, which I think is pretty good. I'm okay with that. I just want you to be aware that, like, you are not available on the map for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And now she's probably going to want to fight for this mark, and then I'm not going to be there. I see what you mean.
I mean, sure, but that's on her to just not be dumb, right?
Yeah,
it's just more like Seraphine is now available on this wave, and you won't be, and that's okay if you think that investment is worthwhile. I just want you to be aware. I think you could go on Seraphine in these moments. I think she's a bit too cocky for my liking. Not anymore, because obviously their bot lane is mid, but...
On my way.
All good.
Nope.
It's nearly time for the applause.
Oh, this looks bad.
You kill Thresh for sure, no?
That's
fine.
when I have my ult.
We're done. That's okay, we're done. That Thresh wants to die right now.
Help up.
Alright, let's try it. There's a trap. We can just start going bot already, right? Fight
Yep.
over. Ezreal shouldn't die here. Hopefully.
On my way. I hear you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
An ally has been slain.
Beautiful.
Enemy has
Okay.
been slain.
Probably dive mid here with the ult and ghost, no? After he pushes
Yeah.
his mid wave? Or you just gank them like this. Like you just run at them with ghost and ult.
Yeah.
Get a W. Up to you. Nice one.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, we can go more, we can go more. I think you can tank that tower, no? You need to go. Oh. Okay, this looks bad. Fiora's coming. I did not expect our Ezreal to just E in and die. I was like, I'm down to look, but that guy was like... He was looking a bit too much, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, I'm really strong right now. Oh, he's dead. Uh-oh.
On my way. What? I hear you. It's nearly time. To shake or not to shake.
Nice. I like how you're playing.
Here. Oh. Oh, shoot.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
It's nearly time. That was a good chase.
Well, you could start it, technically. I don't think it's illegal. Obviously, we need to be willing to turn here and stop doing it if they come. But
I don't know what it is, but this most recent patch, it's much harder to hit my poison on the Baron. I think it's like only his leg right here that I can hit.
yeah, I can tell. I don't know either. Yeah, in front of it, it doesn't hit.
Yeah,
That's
it
weird.
used to last patch. They changed something.
Yeah. Sounds like a boop to me. Did
Yep.
you report it, or?
I didn't know.
Probably report it.
On my way.
This guy probably wants to back now. Okay, it's not reballing. I know he's just waiting right here. Oh,
It's nearly time.
Is it bad that I'm taking the Ezreal's wave here?
It's that game. Oh, you can kill that guy though. Yeah, kill that guy. Yeah, it's fine. Pop, use your tools. Take the space. Oh yeah, get in there. I like it.
Uh-oh. I'm fucking dead.
That's okay. Oh, if we used Q, maybe we could have done more there. We didn't have Q on actually.
Did I not?
Unfortunately.
Rip.
That's okay.
It's okay. Maybe after 1,000 games on Singed, I'll learn press Q.
Honestly, I still don't do it sometimes. It's embarrassing. There's a small thing there. Like there, you have the homies behind you, right? So that thresh face checking you is actually like it's a oh shit moment for him, not for you.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll go over that. Don't worry about it.
Okay. He's dead. Wonderful. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Okay.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Shoot.
That's okay.
I don't think I get this. I think I'll still have it in time for a dragon fight.
Yeah, should be. Also, when you're fed, you shouldn't be too tunnel vision on your ultimate. Like, there'll still be a lot of bring a lot of value with W and stuff.
Okay.
To seek or not to seek.
Has destroyed a turret.
Maybe.
No one's following you, so keep mind, okay? You have no homies behind you. If you flung her there, you was fucked.
Oh, we went. Okay.
Nice, solid. Let's go over the game.
Okay.
I was trying to be a bit more quiet so you could focus on the game and make your own decisions so we can properly review them. I caught myself backseating a bit too much last game, sorry about that.
No worries.
Alright, let me know when you are watching.
Okay.
Alright, so you know there's a ward up there, right? I believe there's a ward up here, like somewhere here in the river.
Yeah, it's in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go a bit earlier, you can actually sweep it and then walk mid and get level 2 on the first wave, and then you can like be really strong for like a level 1 fight here or here. Because
Okay.
you'll be level 2. So keep that in mind if you're solo sweeping a ward or sharing it between two people, you will be dinging, so could be a nice way to hit level 2. It's also a cheese strat people used to do. So actually in some matchups mid, now that the mid waves also crash slower, right? Actually, does the first wave crash slower? It does, right? Wait. I'm not sure if the first wave crashes slower or not. Or if it's like later in the game mid slower. I don't know. But either way, like what some Singed one tricks would do is they would unironically leash this one raptor and then kill one raptor, and then that's how they hit level 2 on the first wave, and they would choose people.
Didn't know that.
So, it's a cheese strat that works in certain matchups. Like, for example, if you're playing against, like, Garen mid, and you're playing, like, Conqueror Singed, you can do this. You can focus down this Raptor. Just one Raptor. You Q, and obviously you punch it, and then you kite it out, and then you go take the minion wave XP, and then you put your body on the wave, and then you just clear the wave here. And then, obviously, if they think, like, oh, this guy's trolling, I'm stronger level 1, they all in you, you ding level 2, you flip him into your creep wave, and he might even die.
Uh-huh.
Because he's obviously been fighting you a bunch, right? Whilst the minion wave is dying, whilst everything is dying. So, that's kind of just a small thing I wanted to add. Alright. Yeah, other than that, we're farming, we're chilling, nothing special. We get a good base. I mean, this is the lovely Singed experience. You start hovering bot, you sweep, which is good. Then here, obviously, you're skeptical of the play. I like that. You're just like, it's not really my play. You join top here, and I like this play. Like I said, like technically, I guess you could W the Zaki, but at the end of the day, this guy just has to be a human and Q this or jump this, right? What I do want you to do is W in this area here. Basically, if you already preemptively put W where Zach is going to jump, it's going to be really hard for him to Q and then basic attack some, like both of you. It's going to be impossible, basically, for him to do that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So that is what I would recommend. Let me just close your thingy here because it has sound, and I want to make sure that you can hear me loud and clear on the VOD. Small thing, but you obviously fling her E, which is not great, but doesn't matter. Mercs I like a lot. And here you were very hesitant about this fight, but again, keep in mind, what did they use? You're running at the fight, what have they used so far? Jin W, Play, Seraphine E,
Q,
Seraphine Q, all spells except Seraphine W, and like literally, all spells are used except Seraphine W, Thresh W. Everything else is on cooldown, so if you're running right now, very good chance this is going to be still a good fight.
Yep.
Right? Because they're all on cooldown. So, I mean, Jin actually accidentally pulls Drake, I think. I'm pretty sure he auto Drake here, or it's either that or it's Brandy. I can't tell.
Might be Brandy.
It's not, because it's not burning down. So I think he unironically just misclicked the Drake and hit it here, which is like obviously great. Like, look, he hits it. Complete disaster because, again, Drake, when it's hitting your team, counts as like a champion, you know? So in this fight, Drake's even going to pelt them. But even if Drake doesn't, this fight would still have been pretty good because we know Jin has no flash, because remember, we saw him use flash. And then even though it looks kind of sketchy, the Drake is obviously helping us. Even without the Drake, though, see how much damage your champion does in these skirmishes? It's crazy. You've done 600 damage to these two people already, and they're just walking in your poison. You've obviously been dealing a bunch of damage to that guy. You flung him. You did like 250 damage to that guy. You see what I mean? Like, your champion's still very strong in these skirmishes against these high cooldown champions like Seraphine, Thresh, Zac. So don't be shy to jump in and clean up after someone has fought your teammate. Make sense?
Yep.
Right, so all their cooldowns are down. We can definitely jump in and contest. So, good stuff. And then here is going to be the cycle where you're just going to push mid and hover, and it basically just stops the enemy team from playing the game. I want you to actively use your camera top as well, see what the health bars are like, because when you have this much priority, you can definitely find angles to join top. And then obviously, like here, if we were hovering top, then they wouldn't have gotten this Herald, which is pretty illegal in my opinion, because you have perma priority and you're much stronger than Seraphine, right? She has, in terms of items, she may be looking similar, but in terms of actual combat strength, when you have your ult up, there's no hope for them. In the 2 versus 2 mid or even 3v3 top, you're much, much stronger. So just keep that in mind. Keep looking. Especially later, remember when I told you to dive top, that was an angle, right? So here, just back ping on yourself. So just a really good habit in my opinion is just back ping, 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 right? On your own character, I'm recalling. Like, ping your recall, ping back, I'm recalling. You guys can figure it out. And then you can use guided pings after you've already established I'm basing. Make sense?
Yep.
Like I said, you're just going to keep the priority. This was another play here. We decide not to use the W. Big fan of that. Save it. We're just going to fling the Thresh in. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Not bad. We're just juicing up. And then you use W, but you can be a little bit more patient. Your next T, you can use W, right? So right now, even though you W, there's not... Kindred's hitting someone, right? Thresh is hitting... Brand is hitting someone, right? They're both hitting someone. You don't need to use W as an extra layer of CC, because crowd control is at strongest when it's used to deal damage to champions, correct?
Yes.
Right now, we're hitting champions. We don't need extra crowd control. We can save it for when he gets a little bit further. Now, obviously, you can also make the argument that you want to, you want to zone them here, but then you want to be a bit more precise, right? So I get the idea. It's either you zone them or, Thresh can't walk in that space, but just the placement, I have to say, was not optimal, and I want to just highlight that.
Okay.
Right? Here, for example, would have been much better, right? For example. Obviously, it's not always easy. I just want to add, again, really focusing on that. And then as the mid-game comes, we're going to start discussing. Because again, this early game, you were constantly looking for your own play, but there wasn't really an option to. So obviously, as the mid-game comes, we're going to be discussing the leverage here. So here, you weren't actually looking at her health. So you remember when I said, here, I want you to hover into top and base top. This is great. Right now, sweep her on. boom, you base in this area. She doesn't know whether you're full moving or not, right? Best case scenario, she has a pink here, but that doesn't mean that you can't be recalling like right here or right here and then be ready to move if she gets lower, right? But you want to look at her actual health bar, and then you'll know if you can force this play. Because in this case, we forced the play, but we didn't see her health, right? So here's just a small thing, but she has no riposte. She just uses it. So I want you to just run at her and just W. Like right now, you can already use W on her. You don't need to do the whole flash thing. It looks fancy, but I think it was a bit overkill. That said, it worked. I'm not going to complain. And then here, same thing, right? Like we're much stronger. Kindred's coming behind us to defend the Herald. We don't have to panic here, right? So we tunnel vision on the farm mid. When in reality, these guys are overcommitting for a fight they have no business taking. So right now, you see they're going on GP. This guy was already like starting to overcommit a bit, and you could have helped the team. Either way, it doesn't matter. We end up getting thingy. And like I mentioned, this is what I want you to get across, is if you base and then move mid, right? Base, then move mid. What's going to happen is, basically, that you're going to be on the map on waves 1334, 1335, right? And starting this wave, you'll be on the map. If you go mid first, what wave will you be available on the map? One wave later, 1405. Yeah. So I just want you to be aware that you're going to delay your pressure by one wave, and you will have ult. And if that's for an item like Medjai's, that can be worthwhile. But if you're not considering buying something like this with the money you get from the plate and the wave mid, then you're really just delaying your pressure on the map for no reason. So be mindful that this is why you're delaying, is to get that item, for example, right? So I just want to share that with you. This is why you're doing it. And then here, obviously, you see on the mini-map, you have 4 people in the river. This is absolutely a fight you want to take. You're just going to run at this guy, fling him, beautiful. Like here, for example, there's nothing wrong with Wing early if you assume like, oh, well, this is just the pick, right? So you're going to drop W here. If you're trying to hug the wall and flash over, you'll stop him, and then Brand will stun him, and then you'll fling him, right? That's a fine way to use W. So here, if like, you're not going to be able to chase him over the wall because that's darkness. We don't know who's waiting there, right?
Yeah.
So using your W as a way of making a pick is absolutely fine here. So you see what I mean? Like there is some flexibility in how we use W. But I just want to share like both sides of it, right? So when it is good, when it isn't. You see how you still have W after you make a pick because you were patient. Maybe you knew he didn't have flash. Maybe you didn't. But
I didn't.
I'm just sharing with you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, that's the idea. Small thing, but obviously pinks are better than refillable at this point, especially if you're going to try and make picks in group and stuff. And then here you say, yeah, I don't like this. I'm fine with that. If you don't like a play, just commit to not going for the play. So what do I want you to do? Right, so 1, 2, 3. My own play, MP, my play, join the play or defend the play, right? So in this case, we decide we don't want to join the play. This looks fucked. There's nothing to defend because GP will take this wave and Ezreal will take this, and no one's bought. So what is our option? Make your own play. Where can you make your own play? Most consistently. Well, you can set up your own play by going bot, pushing bot, and then taking another turn later, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right, so here, like, you dicking around hitting this, like, you don't need to do this wave because Ezreal is really good at taking mid waves, right? And you punching that mid tower is really not that meaningful. I don't think what you did was terrible. I'm just saying, we could have been bot maybe early. Like, maybe next game, 10 seconds matters, right? Because those 10 seconds you spent mid, maybe next game it matters. And then here, you're making your own play. Just a small thing here, but I think against good players, you will have to use W. Same idea. You're using W just to see if you can get, like, you're fishing, it's like do you fish by any chance?
No, I don't.
No? Do you get the idea of fishing? You swing your rod and you hope for the best?
Yep.
Yeah, that's sometimes you use W like that. Right now, you just fucking press your W and hope it hits. You feel me? Right? Because here, like, I think going for the, like, running it down is like hoping that this guy has no Gale Force, this guy is a bit slow because he doesn't lantern, he can also flay you, hook you, etc. Right? So here I want you to use W and just hope for the best. Ideally. Yeah. Right? You just well-placed W, probably dead. If it doesn't well-placed, then it doesn't work. Now, obviously, if you're fully committed to willing to dive here and you're willing to, like, run at them and then sidestep into the tower, right? And then you just go behind them like this, kind of like this, right? Then I think you can keep running, right? The way you did it. But I think if you're on a straight line, then flay into Jhin route, into whatever, like flay into hook, into Jhin route, whatever, a bit of a mess. Instead of just using W, staying healthy, and then, well, if it's a good W, he'll die to Ezreal, right? Either way, not too shabby. Here, I thought we could go for more, but not if Ezreal ease in, right? You have to go first, tank the brunt of the damage, and then he's backing you up kind of play, but he kind of just sent it. So obviously there, you could also go for flash flip there if he has no flash to Jhin. But, you looked, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Bye, I'm going to go back to farming. I like that a lot, Hover through mid, look for a play, didn't work, go farm, back to making a play, and we're here to make a play. And there's the small thing here. You probably could be a bit more cocky here. Right? When he's walking into you like this, I think you definitely already have been placing your W like this, like behind him. And you just, boom, collect, because this guy is griefing a bit. Bit of a hesitation there, but that's okay, not a big deal. Keep in mind, when enemy supports have Moby Boots, your grounding counts as a debuff that will take the Moby Boots. So the slow will remove the Moby Boots, which means that they actually can't move. They go from plus 105 or something movement speed to plus 25, and then obviously your slow also is just gutting them. So it's pretty miserable. Either way, really nice W. Obviously, Jin gets caught. Solid stuff. See what I mean? Like, this is just you with your fishing rod, you know what I'm saying? You just throw your W, and if it looks good, you go in. Nice side step, I love that. And then we're trying to walk through a thresh box, which is pretty hard. We join the rest of the team, why not? Go hit Drake, push out bot, makes sense. Just keep in mind here, like, I really like the way you played this fight. I just wanna highlight this. Like, our team comp is Ezreal, Brand, and GP, right? We're all about long range, kiting, being annoying. You don't have to send it and make the fight a fucking Unga Bunga fight just because you're good at that, right? Your comp isn't good at running it down into the enemy team. So you don't force those fights until we've poked a little bit, and that's exactly what happened, right? As soon as the poke landed, the damage was done, we just got in there and fought. So just wanted to highlight here, obviously we get burned, we base, and then here, just want to highlight, when really establish when you've got the homies behind you and it's your turn to pick a fight and when it's not. Because right now, as you're walking in, there's no mid wave, right? So they have no job, right? So what are they going to do? Follow you, which means if you find people here, I want you to be willing to bait, use your ghost, use your ult, really make it interesting here, because it's going to be a really good fight for your teammates to pick, because we see Jin is on bot wave, which means GP is going to rotate first. We even see GP fighting someone, right? So worst case, this is a 3 versus 3 after about 4 to 5 seconds, which last I checked, you can buy that much time against Seraphine, Thresh, and Zac, which is the only people that are missing, right? So here's split second. If I'm looking at the map, I'm making the idea. My mind is telling me if I find someone, I'm killing them. Because Ezreal's behind me and I'm going to kill whoever's in front of me. So right here, I want you to just fucking ghost on this guy's head. Pop mercs. Whatever you need. Like ult mercs. I don't care. Like ult predator. W on his head. Fucking send it and just kill this guy. Because again, now we overcommit because he got too far. So we're underneath the tower. My bad. I baited you. I backseated. Sorry. But you get the idea, right? It's like already before you face check, you should know. If you're gonna walk in this bush and you're not willing to fight, I'm asking you, should you be walking in?
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't. You should probably just pink here and try to just run around and group with your teammates like this, right?
Yeah.
Because the point is they could technically be multiple people in this bush or even in this bush, right? So just be mindful. If you're not confident to face check early, then just wait for yours to get a bit closer, maybe wait for Brand a bit closer, then go in. But in this case, I do think you can face check. Like I said, I don't think you die to those 3. So as soon as you see one of them, you can also be more confident and just run them the hell down. Also, like I said, your Q wasn't up, as you can see. Yeah, that's a dry-ass singed Q. It was not pressed. So you would have been doing a ton of damage as you're dying, right? You're leaving this gas cloud. The Zac probably be... I'm not saying he would die, but, he'd be a chunk lower.
Yep.
Small thing, but whatever. I'm going to show up mid, try to make a play here. Again, no shame in just not being a part of the play. That's okay. Small thing is like hover over your predator boots so you get a better idea of the range as well. That can help. And there, you can use W like that, but like I said, it doesn't interrupt the actual jump, so you're going to have to place it underneath his feet and hope it stops his dash, otherwise he's out. Small thing, but it's fine. We used ultimate, but that's okay. We're going to have it back like you mentioned, and here, flinging this guy would have been really good, right? He overcommitted really hard, so flinging him into your team. Like right now, if you fling this guy into your team, I don't think that's bad at all. I mean, it's like up in the air. Maybe Seraphine can reach with her ultimate, but it's like a very Seraphine-specific thing. But usually, if you fling a frontliner, even if he hits your whole team with his ult, if no one is there to follow up, it doesn't matter, right? So it's a small thing, but you could consider flinging him here, if you see what I mean. Even if Zac presses R, it's not going to do much, because he's by himself, right? Flash flip there, I like it, and then you W to cut off the escape that you anticipated. Obviously, we can react, right? We don't have to W the air, but I like the idea. And then here, like, just be mindful when you're chasing, like, really have a habit of looking what your teammates are doing.
Yeah.
Your actual damage dealers aren't coming, so when you fling this guy, he has every right to just turn around and kill you.
Yeah.
So just be mindful. Other than that, I like what I see, and I think at the end of the day, like I mentioned, I'm going to ride up through you to finish up. I'm going to write out what I think you should continue to work on. So the first thing is, my play, defend the play, or join the play, right? So keep that in mind. These are the options. I know it's a bit of a blurry angle sometimes when there's nothing to defend or there's nothing to join, but you get the idea. Sometimes my play is also like, take tempo. What is tempo? Do you know what it is?
It's like your timing on the map.
It's basically the who has the first interaction, who can take the first interaction on the map, right? So if you have tempo, that means that you're the first person on the map to be able to make a proactive play. That is generally considered to be tempo, right? So I'm going to use the word, assuming that you understand it, but that's the idea. It's the first person that can make a proactive play on the League of Legends map, right? So you have tempo, that means you pushed in the wave. They have to answer the wave, that means you are able to go somewhere first. Make sense?
Yep.
Next up, W usage, keep practicing. I think you could feel it in this game as well in certain moments where it's like, oh, nice, I had my W still. Like I flung the guy, I kept my W, you found a really nice W afterwards. Can be a big deal. Again, the reason why this is really important is because just using your W willy-nilly is assuming that people don't know what your spell does. A lot of people will anticipate what the spell does. Like here, for example, right? You fling this guy, he's dead. Let's say you're really strong. Maybe you could have pressed W underneath this guy and just kept fucking diving him, right? I don't know. You get the idea. Probably too much in this case, but here you have a W still. Maybe if we use it a bit better, we can actually go more. Like right now, I think if you get proper Predator boots and W this guy, we finish the tower, fling the Seraphine into Ezreal. I think there's actually an angle here, if you see what I'm saying. Like right there. You see when you auto-attack you put your W here and pop your mercs as he's auto-attacking you, would have been big. So a small thing that you can also practice for mechanics is like really reacting to basic attacks. So I know it sounds a bit far-fetched, but I'll give you an example of a champion interaction this is huge in. Senna Gragas. So when I used to play Gragas into Senna, Senna has like this big wind-up, right? So I practiced looking at her wind-up animation and throwing my R as soon as she starts winding up. Because a lot of, like, her wind-up is so long that a lot of players would like wind up in the auto-Q, and then I would just chuck my R and I'd just get the three-pointer, you feel me?
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. Singed is another great example. Senna fucking locks onto you. It's very obvious. It's like a laser lock on, right? Locks onto you, and then you just hit him with a fucking boom. You cast W underneath his feet as he's casting. Ezreal, another great example of a champion. I'm going to show you a clip of a Singed game that you may or may not have watched that I played. Let me find it for you. One of my favorite Singed clips that I've played personally because the usage of the W was so devastating. They kind of just broke their comp in half. And let me find it for you 1 second. It's this game. I don't know if you've watched it.
I don't think I have.
Yeah. You got Singed coaching from me without watching my World Singed game? Wow. Anyway, right here. The power, right? I wasn't even... The thing is, I didn't even think he would E forward, right? But I thought he would walk up in Q. So I was looking for this W, and then here's the power of the W. See how their front line can do nothing?
Yeah.
They literally can't peel, even if they wanted to. So this guy's just fucked, right? So we're just going to fucking kill this guy. And we're just going to run him down. Bye. And obviously we all just fucking send it, because, Yay, we'll run it the fuck down, because our comp is like Deathball comp with Singed, right? Yeah. One of my favorite W placements of all time for myself personally, because it didn't even hit the Ezreal, and that's the beauty of the spell. I don't even need to hit Ezreal to have huge value. You see, my W hits, it cuts off his retreat, right? Makes him have to split. Ideally, he would flash here, but I still think I would just fucking follow, right? I would just go. I fell asleep, which is kind of annoying, but you get the idea, right? It's like, I was looking for him to walk in and Q, so I'm fishing for this W here. And then obviously the power of the W, they're grounded, they have to back up as well, because they can't push forward through the grounding into our whole team, so it's just rough. So a really, really solid fight by the homies. Really nicely done. And then, I don't even remember how we win this game, honestly. I'm going to have a look. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Rylai's with Demonic, and then I go my Mythic after. I know like this is old League, where you could, didn't have Mythics, but I would... I value Conqueror with a high damage Singed build myself personally, because I think he's just a hyper carry personally. But I do think if you go like a lower CS per minute type of game, it's hard. Zhonya's is a fantastic item as well. Obviously, you go that as well, so it makes sense. But yeah, I'm a big Singed fan. When I hit level 16, you see what I'm doing, right? You see, go through mid, and I put my ass in a bush with a pink, and I just fucking press S. Fishing for that W. Fishing for that play. So here I go for round 2. So you see, it looks like I might be going bot. I'm just looping around to go for round 2 here. Just really investigating for that play mid. Trying my best, making sure we get that prow. Now I'm going to go bot. We got the Drake. Everything is all well and dandy. Push bot, recall. Again, where am I going? I stayed actually and kept pressuring. Didn't base yet. Grab Bramble Vest. I go straight bot, and then I realize I made a mistake. I shouldn't go straight bot. I should group with the homies. So here I'm going to hover through mid. hovering through mid, put my body on the wave, and actually, I just go on the Ornn E's in here, and I look at this, right? Am I using my W on this Ornn? I am not. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not panicking and using my W. I'm really just holding it. I know I'm going to catch up with my ult active. And then, obviously, our Rakan finds a fantastic angle because he's waiting behind the mid. So he's looking for something like this, right? So we were really good at this, obviously, me and Hilly. I don't know if you watched us play together. But he was really good at this. He finds the angle, and then now I have my W, and he has no counterplay because, well, he was going to die anyway, but you get the idea, right? It's like, I'm going to catch Ornn anyway. I shouldn't use my W on him because I know I'm going to catch him. So even after he flashes, am I going to catch this guy right now if I keep running?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, no, for a fact, right? I'm fast as fuck. I have Predator, like, I don't actually have Predator, he has Predator Galio, but, like, I'm fast as fuck, right? So I can just catch him and flip him, and I can W whoever's trying to save him. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So this guy gets absolutely shafted. I have a bit of a stinker. And then here, like, this is what I mean with the fishing rod, you know? Just fishing line. I was hoping someone would fish, I can walk in. They didn't. Bad fish, you know? Bad W happens. At this point, the W cooldown's not that high, I believe. I think they nerfed it a while ago before this. But, like, you see what I mean? Like, I'm just chilling. W, I'm fishing, and I'm just going to flash flip him because I want to just start a fight because it looks like it's going to be a good fight. So I just flip him into the goo, and that looks pretty good. Use my Zhonya's because, well, I'm getting shafted. But we end up obviously winning the fight because it's a 4 versus 5 fight. He TP's in. I W him. Again, he gets fucking shafted. It wasn't a well-placed W, but you see what I mean? Like, you see the difference between, like, I'm fishing with my fishing rod and I'm saving it because there's a fight that I can join either way. That's kind of the idea. So, not too shabby. We just end mid because we TP and just killed them. Nice. Big. Mix, swirl mix. Classic.
Yes, sir.
Right. So just to share with you, I'm surprised that you didn't know that or I don't know if you didn't know, or I don't know. Surprised you got coaching from me without watching me play a World Singe game.
I knew you played
the
a beta Singe, but I didn't know that you played Singe in Worlds. I actually don't watch too much professional play.
Fair enough. I respect it. I'm just, you know, like, a lot of people give me credit to this day for playing Singed on that match because it was like a lot of people give me credit for playing this type of champion, but, like, see what I mean? Like, what you're doing here, I actually quite like it. I think you panicked a bit with flashing, but I actually quite like what you're doing. Like, you just put your body on in front of the enemy team. I think you can tank all those spells, and, like, if you could input buffer your mash your, you don't have W, but if you can mash your W as you're getting CC'd, a lot of people will try to follow up on the CC, and that's where you can screw them over. But either way, I think it's a well played fight. Super nicely done. I mean, it was just a really solid game by you, I think. Nothing fancy, but, you know, high CS game. You were there for a lot of plays. You were constantly pressuring side lanes. Just really, basically, like, a good Singed game, you know? Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy, of course, but nothing bad either. It's very, very solid. Team fights are solid, like I said. Nicely done, and that's just GG. Right, that's going to be it for me, right? I just wanted to share that thingy. That's why, like, the W usage is big, and then this one's really big for your gameplay style. I know it seems small, but for the most part, I think this is going to be the main thing. And then I want you to ideally practice your 1, 2, 3 waves, right? 1, 2, 3, waves 1, 2, 3. Why do I want you to practice wave 1, 2, 3? Because knowing which lanes you can get that pile, which ways you can't, can really make it super, super consistent for you to, for example, like, if you have a strategy against Kiana or against Zed or against, like, whatever mid laner it is, maybe Seraphine, that you can manage the wave in a way where you're always going to get that boots recall when you go the Dark Seal refillable. I think that's going to be huge for your consistency in carrying games because, in my opinion, when I play Singed, the first 3 waves are the hardest to play. And then after that, it's like, if I can manage to play the first 3 waves well, and the waves start bouncing back and forth, and I make it to 6 without, like, losing the game, I feel like my champ is broken, and I think that's the same for mid lane. So, not sure if you agree, but that's kind of the idea. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this. I know it's not much, but this is really what I want you to focus on. The thing about your strategy that you're playing is that it's difficult to do too much, right?
What do you
Make
mean?
sense?
What do you mean it's difficult?
It's difficult to do too much in the game because your champion is somewhat limited in what it can do, right? You're a roaming champ that's bad at laning, right? So it's hard for me to give you feedback that's very specific to, like, how to improve laning because you can't really. Right? Like, I can't tell you, like, oh yeah, you should CS this creep and this and this and this and mechanically stuff, right? For example, this cheese stuff I can tell you, right? Like I said, right? For example, some matchups you might know that you can start Dark Seal refillable, take this Raptor, walk into the wave, and then fuck the guy level 1, right? Because you're going to ding on this wave as it dies, right? You walk in like this, poison all these creeps, walk through here, finish them off, loop around, the guy's chasing you, you're ignoring him, he thinks you're trolling, you take this wave, you ding level, you level up, you start basic attacking him before these creeps die, right? you're stacking Conqueror, and then boom, all of a sudden you're fully stacked Conqueror and you flip him, and trust me, a fully stacked Conqueror flip, that shit hurts. So it's just an idea. Some Singe players play attack speed when they play Conqueror just to do this. This type of all-in strategy, right? So just think about it. It's a small thing, but like, for example, I could see it work really well against champions like Garen. It works well against champions like Zed. It can work. Kiana, it can work, right? These champs that think that they're stronger, but really, because you do the little raptor trick, you ding level 2, and then you take their flash, their summons. Obviously, you would probably not play Ghost for that. You'd play Ignite. And if you don't like that idea, you don't have to. It's just like, I think when you're playing this type of champion, and you're one-tricking it, you need to be willing to do this type of stuff to cheese your way into wins. Because at the end of the day, if you keep doing the same thing every game, the people in your lobby are going to start realizing this is what you do every game. And eventually you're going to reach that brick wall where people know you.
Right.
And then they know your strats, they know you concede lane, right? And then you're going to just start playing. And it's easier to play against someone that knows that you're going to play. Like, as a jungler, they're going to waste time ganking you. Whereas, like, if you sometimes play this Ignite setup and you do this fucking cheese strat level 1, they're going to start, paying in more attention to you level 1, maybe you get maybe they're going to prep a level 2 gank, maybe they defend the Raptors. Like, you're making the game more interesting, more spicy, you have more angles to play with as well yourself, right? Because the difference between you pushing in waves 1 and 2 with Ignite and not having Ghost, right? For example, you having that priority means that you might have the option to go gank somewhere instead, right? So, for example, Lehens, I don't know if you know Lehens.
I do know Lehens, yep.
What he used to do is he would push wave 1, proxy wave 2, and he would walk to here, literally. Without W, he would walk here, and he would fucking flash over this raptor wall and, like, tower dive into mid lane, unironically.
Holy shit.
He would just flash over this wall and fling the guy. When his mid laner pushed, and it's like, dude, who the fuck ever gets level 2 ganked by Singe flashing the raptor wall?
Yeah.
Like, most people were, like, baffled that this angle even existed. And even though it wasn't even legal, like, it's not even necessarily legal, the fact is that it's so different to what League of Legends normally looks like that it just catches people completely off guard. And that's kind of where I want you to be, what I want you to be thinking about. Is creating those situations that's like so unusual for people to play, right? It's not usual for people to fight with Singe level 1. That's why maybe a Conqueror setup against these melee champs sometimes can be better. Let's say you're playing a game where you have, like, your jungler is playing something really, really aggressive early game, enemy jungler is also playing something really aggressive, and you're playing that melee versus melee. You having the priority there might make all the difference instead of, like, always conceding proud. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, just because this is a good setup doesn't mean that it's the always best setup for every scenario. And I do think if you want to trick a champion, you need to be willing to mix it up. Otherwise, people are going to get used to, and, like, they're just going to know what you do, and they're just going to abuse the fact that you rely on the same strategy over and over again. So keep that in mind. Like, again, in these games, the way you play, this is just good League, by the way. This right here, like, you pushing midways, moving back and forth, this is just good League of Legends. There's nothing wrong with this. But at the end of the day, if you don't mix it up, or you can't do this in certain matchups, then you're going to have to mix it up sometimes to have influence in the game, because you'll notice, like, early game, like, sometimes your early game will just explode when you run this type of setup, and it'll just be really hard for you to contest your lane if the guy just stops you from moving, right? Because he just keeps fighting you and follows you everywhere, and he's just stronger than you. Because that's another way people can play, right, is just follow you. Now, it is hard if you have a lot of movement speed, so again, I do think it's a good strat, but like I said, just sometimes maybe you can't gank side lanes, and you have to just be able to play a rune setup that's more about you being strong and getting a matchup advantage 1v1 mid. Just a thought. Right, same with builds, right?
Yeah.
That is going to be it for me.
All right.
Let me know if you have any questions. You're going to be able to DM me if there's any improvement questions, right? I'm going to keep you on the friend list, so you can DM me if you have any questions